Check 1, 2. Okay, check 1, 2. Okay, I think we should be good now. Okay. Welcome back to Free Motorsports. Actually, now, I think the audio should be all good. Just want to make sure, confirm that on my end really quick. Okay. Audio's all good now. Thanks, everybody tuning in. Thanks, Jesse Jones. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you're just tuning in. We're going to be bringing you all 200 miles of action here today at the Brickyard for the Verizon 200 at the Brickyard. Just 3 races left before the cut line is official for the NASCAR playoffs here in 2023. And a lot of big names around that cut line starting towards the front of the field today. Daniel Suarez enters the day 5 points below the cut line. He will start on pole in the 99 Freeway Chevrolet. Then rolling off to his outside in second, the defending winner of this race, but coming back at it with a different team, Tyler Reddick in the 45 for 23XI Racing. Last year, he won in the 8 for RCR. And rolling off on row 2, Chase Elliott in the 9, still technically within a position where he could point his way in, but is basically in a must-win scenario. He rolls off from third, a very good road course racer in the NASCAR Cup Series. And then a sleeper, Michael McDowell, who was above the cut line up until just last week when he got knocked below it by Ty Gibbs. He rolls off from 4th. And 5th, Kyle Busch, now in the car that won this race a year ago. Not the driver, but the car. And then on row 3, Kyle Larson, always a force to be reckoned with. He won the Knoxville Nationals last night, so keep your eyes on the 5. He's got a lot of momentum heading his way. On row 4, the 20 of Christopher Bell, who was strong in the Chicago Street Course, and he was competing with the winner of that race. That rolls off from ace Shane Van Gisbergen, and the 91 rolls off from the 8th position on the outside of row 4. SVG, and our co-host is now just getting here. Braden done. All right, water. Stay hydrated. Okay. And then, in row 5, the 48 of Alex Bowman, also technically in a way where he could point his way in, but most likely going to need a win. And then just his outside, currently the driver just above the cut line, Ty Gibbs, rolls off from 10th. And then another one of the road course ringers in the field today, Brody Kostecki from the Australian V8 Supercar Series, rolls off from 11th, except he'll go to a backup car after getting some damage in qualifying. I think he's definitely somebody to keep an eye on today. And in row 6 as well, Martin Truex Jr., row 7, Chase Briscoe and Corey LaJoie. Solid qualifying effort from LaJoie. Row 8, Haley and Blaney. Row 9, Busher trying to make it 3 in a row possibly. He's actually a pretty good road course racer. Oh, hey there, bud. We got Scout. Hey there. We got the dog coming in for the stream here. All right. You must really smell your dog. And, yeah, NASCAR dog. Then in row 10 is arguably probably the most important driver, or not most important driver, but one of the big names to keep an eye on. Bubba Wallace had 2 great back-to-back weekends at Richmond and Michigan in terms of points. He is, I believe, 50, 60 points to the good. Now, he has been terrible at road course races pretty much his entire career. And even though he built up that big cushion, we'll have to see how many points he bleeds this weekend. And, he don't want to... Ty Gibbs starts 10th. Everybody that's right around the cut line starts like inside the top 10 except Allmendinger. You have Ty Gibbs starts 10th. Bowman starts 9th. Suarez starts first, is on the pole. Michael McDowell starts 4th. So like all those people. Yeah, I know. I was kind of surprised by Suarez's pole as well. But that's what he needs to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And then 21st. Chastain starts 21st. That's the next row of qualifying we have to go through here really quick for you guys. So row 11. It's Chastain, Keselowski, row 12, Gilliland and Burton, row 13, Hamlin. Allmendinger starting all the way down in 26. He's got a lot of work to do. Row 14, Austin Dillon and Kobayashi. And then row 15, Andy Lally and Ryan Preece. Row 16, Jenson Button and Josh Blixey. Row 17, Eric Almirola and Stenhouse. Row 18, Ty Dillons and Eric Jones. Then rounding out your field is Mike Rockenfeller, Kevin Harvick, and William Byron. And all your drivers coming down pit road to check their pit road speeds will be going green next time by, I believe. So with that out of the way, Braden, let's hear your pick.
My pick for the race?
Just get over here and talk right into the mic.
My pick for Indianapolis. Let's think about it for a second.
Here, I'll give my pick. My pick. So have your overall pick and a dark horse.
All right.
Okay, and then who is going to be above the cut line after today?
All right.
All right. So and all you have to say is Bubba Wallace and not Bubba Wallace, but 2 guys, because Bubba Wallace is really, honestly, no, Bubba Wallace is so far ahead. I don't think he can even fall below it just today. So really, just which driver is going to be above the cut line of Ty Gibbs, AJ Allmendinger, whoever, or if we're gonna have a new winner. Yeah. Okay, so that's your 3 things you got to think of. Okay, so my winner for today, my overall winner in this race, I'm going to have to say, no bias, I'm going Kyle Larson. I think Larson has, no bias. Obviously, I'm a Larson fan, but he's shown pace here the last 2 years. And I just think compared to everybody else he's around, he has the least to lose. And so I think, similar to Shane Van Gisbergen, I think Shane would be kind of a backup pick for me. But yeah, I think Kyle Larson, Shane Van Gisbergen, Kyle Busch as well. I guess Christopher Bell, all those guys that already have a win, don't have to worry about points, are going to be able to kind of cruise through this, where I feel like a lot of other guys, Suarez, Elliott, McDowell, are going to overthink it and take themselves out of contention. Then my dark horse, I don't know if you can really call him a dark horse, but it's going to be Shane Van Gisbergen. It's going to be Shane Van Gisbergen. And then my who's going to be above the points, who's going to be above the cut line after today, as badly as I want to say Michael McDowell, I think it's still going to be Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs has proven that he's a pretty competent road course racer in the past, so I think he's going to collect enough stage points to still be above the cut line after today.
All right, my opinion, the winner today will be Kyle Busch, because this dude is the luckiest driver I've ever seen, and this is the track where you get lucky on the last lap every single time. There's going to be absolute chaos if there's the last lap restart literally every year. So I'm saying Kyle Busch. My dark horse, I'm going to say Michael McDowell.
Okay.
Is he below the cut?
Yeah, he's below the cut line. Yeah, 3 points,
so,
5 points.
Even a top 5 finish today would be good for him, but he was fastest in practice. He was good in qualifying.
Okay, now who's your above the cut line? Who's your above the cut line? We're about to get the race start here.
Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs? Okay, so here we go. We'll see if we're both right with Ty Gibbs. Okay, winner Kyle Busch, dark horses Suarez, is Jesse Jones in the chat. Okay, thanks for watching. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Yeah. All right. So here we are. Going into the new restart zone this year. It's going to be Suarez on the inside, Reddick on the outside. Pace cars pulled off for 82 laps. Yeah, they're already making contact, and in the Geico restart zone they go. Suarez gets a great jump, and he just leaves the field hanging. Reddick is going to probably slide into second here. He might lose a spot to Elliott.
I forgot about Elliott.
Yeah, Elliott starts third. I know. I just think Elliott's going to overthink it or something at some point today. But yeah, going down in turn 1, they changed the restart zone, so it's probably not going to be as messy this year. It's a little messy, but it's not like 4 and 5. The field's not all a bunch of guys. Oh, but already SVG misses. I think that was SVG missed that first apex a little bit, and he got into the side of, I believe, Bell and Bowman there. And further back, somebody locked up and went deep as well. I didn't quite see who that was, but already some chaos in the opening laps. McDowell and Elliott still side by side through the kink. Who's going to give? Nobody. Elliott does give right there, and then further back. Okay. And just because Elliott tried to hang it in there on the side of McDowell, he cost the spot to McDowell, but also lost momentum. And now Larson might also get him, as now I believe they go down into turn 7 here. And, man, further back there, 3 wide into this, the end of the back straightaway is what they call that. Making it clean so far through the first lap. Further back, still side by side, quite a few rows deep, getting some bumps and bangs in here on this opening lap. But at the front of the field, it's Daniel Suarez checked out, and McDowell's looking for it on the inside of Reddick. Thought about making a move there, and yeah, they're going to cut to replay. And yeah, SVG on the inside of 3 wide, he really got on that curb. That's what it was. He didn't expect that. Just turned in on the curb, shot the car up a little bit, and didn't really lose anything. And, he learned a lesson there. Now he knows where that curb is. Yep. Oh, and somebody already hit in pit road here on the opening lap. Not sure who that is at the back of the field. I think that could be the 78. Couldn't quite tell, but somebody hit pit road there towards the rear of the field. McDowell again looking on the inside of Reddick. Oh, it's Byron hitting pit road. Oh, boy. And Bell made a move to the inside of SVG there into turn 1 that time. Already a ton of action here in this opening laps. Wow. Keeping it clean, surprisingly. Pretty clean. Truex. Oh, well, as I say that, we got a spinner. It's Kobayashi in the 67. Kostecki goes off in the grass a little bit to get by him. And Kostecki, after starting last, is, I believe, only up to... Oh, and Haley is way off, and Haley is totaled. Oh, boy, he tried to stay in it there. And, man, if we had another, 10 feet of racetrack, he might have saved it barely. Right. Now they're going to throw the caution. I think they shouldn't have thrown it. I think he got it going. I think they shouldn't have thrown the caution flag. Old generation, that would have been a totaled car. But to this car, yeah, this car, trying to go side by side through the chicane, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. And it's actually all Logano here. That's Logano. But side by side through the chicane does not work at high speed. And Logano is on the inside of Haley.
Gives him no room at all.
Well, Haley gave him room, actually. And Logano just, it's you have to be able to go side by side through the chicane. You both have to be so precise. What you're going to see on a lot of restarts is somebody will just back out and give the space. And then, Andy Lally dumped the 67 there. I actually don't really know how much fault I'd blame Lally there. It's kind of getting pinched a little bit, but I think technically it's Lally's fault. But Kobayashi riding the onboard, he's just like, oh boy.
Whoops.
And, I mean, hey, at least no damage really there to either car or any extensive damage. He welcome to the Cup Series, Kobayashi.
Yep.
Yeah, that 31, I can't believe it's still running. I mean, he laid into that tire barrier off of I got to get the track map out here, but out of the chicane.
That whole side is like ripped off.
Oh boy. Yeah, thanks to anybody watching right now. Drop a like and subscribe. But Justin Haley, I mean, I think he was technically within the points window to point his way in, but yeah, I mean, he was probably like 60, 70 points out. So, I mean, technically speaking, but I mean, he was in a must-win situation already. And I would say, I mean, he's pretty much done. I don't know. Maybe we can get an update on William Byron. I'll check Twitter, see if we can find something over there in terms of news. Or if anybody in the chat knows what's up with William Byron, why he had to circle down pit road there on the opening lap. But already, man, that was some great racing, though, like throughout the whole field on that initial restart. That was fun. Hold on. I got to look up... Yeah, like, honestly, if they can, like, if this is how the restarts will be, then I actually would maybe be a bit more for them keeping the Indy road course.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, like, if it's not, like, just a total mess like Coda on turn 1, then it's a bit more like, you know.
Well, I do want the actual track from that, though.
Well, like, I want that track, too, yeah.
It's a fun track to watch.
Yeah. And, like, well, also just, like, the iconicness of, like, racing on, you know, the Indy Oval. Wait, what was I going to say? Twitter, and I thought I was going to check something else. Oh, Indy track map. That's what I want to pull up. Indy track map. Okay, yeah, turn 7's that one at the end of the straightaway. Backstretch. Yeah, so through, like, turns 5 and 6, like, the chicane there onto the backstretch. Yeah, I just had the 31 and the 22 trying to go side by side. And Haley actually, like, kind of left space for Logano, but I don't know. Logano just hit the inside curb on the second part of the chicane and came up and nailed Haley. And Haley almost saved it, but
Curbs are going to be, like, affecting everyone. Like, all day.
yeah. Well, it's not going to be as bad as it was the first year because they got rid of the mega curb. That was like, oh my goodness.
Fly.
Yeah.
At least they're kind of getting it right this year.
Yeah. Oh, Byron. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. Yeah, Byron had a pass-through penalty. I forgot about that. Yeah. Because they failed inspection so many times, he had to do a pass-through on the opening lap of the race. So I guess that caution actually bails him out. No, he like doesn't.
Such a hindrance.
Now you can get back up. Bro, you gotta, bro, we gotta drop a like.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey guys, subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, then in terms of any other events on the opening lap, Kobayashi got spun into turn 1 right before that caution, but no damage. Also, if you don't know anything about Kobayashi, 2-time winner of the 24-hour Le Mans, has 75 F1 starts, including a podium, and then he won the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 2021. He actively still races with Toyota in the World Endurance Championship, which is part of Le Mans included in their circuit. But apparently he was racing the 67, in a practice set at VIR, Virginia International Raceway, and he apparently, according to somebody, like, he laid down some very, very impressive laps. I don't know where I read that, or like it was somebody in the industry said that like he was like killing the like lap times that like people from Garage 56 were initially like trying to run. So yeah, apparently,
I've never heard of him.
yeah. Well, he races in endurance, and he used to race in Formula One. I don't know when, but probably like when early on in his career. So Kobayashi, a pretty capable driver. Dude, how is Haley? You see that car? I think it's killed. Dang, I can't believe that thing's still going. I mean, do you remember Bell?
Yeah.
Like, so, like, you got top 13, you got 13th in that car. I was like, that thing looked destroyed. I thought he was done for the day.
Hand to that car, I was like, bro, what?
Yeah, I mean,
Just chilling
the
there.
back was like slumped.
That track's just so
Oh
weird.
gosh.
The tires don't affect the cars.
Yeah.
Damage barely affects.
Yeah. Golden Plays won in the 99. That's who you're rooting for.
Let's go.
What's your
Luis
5
Suarez.
picks? What's your 5 picks for the day? What do you like? 5 drivers that I think are all gonna do well. Ball. Hello. How are you doing?
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Long time no see.
Yeah. Long time no see. Ball. My 5 picks. Okay, we just kind of said like our overall pick and then like a dark horse, but I guess my 5 picks. I'll say Reddick, Larson, Van Gisbergen, probably Elliott and Gibbs. Those are gonna be my 5 if I had picked 5 for the day. And I'm not trying to like hate on Suarez or McDowell. I don't know. I think like something's gonna happen to him just because they're playoff guys. Some sort of drama. I don't know. All right. So, anyways, currently though, an update on your international drivers. Van Gisbergen in 8th. I guess Suarez is in 1st, but like here are our weekenders.
Where's that 33 now?
Well, he started in last, and some people pitted. I don't know if he pitted. He might have. Yeah, he's down. I mean, he started
He's
last.
probably gonna move up a little bit.
Yeah,
That's it.
Kostecki in 34th. I think he. I mean,
Top 10 car.
he only had a problem like practice or whatever.
Yeah.
So like he only ran like 10 laps and then qualified like 11th.
I know.
So I think he's like.
He's good. Yeah.
Yeah, Kobayashi's in 35th, but he pitted. Rockenfeller in 33rd. That car I think is just so bad. I think the 42 is terrible.
That's so embarrassing.
Yeah, and then Jensen Button in 26th. Honestly, if anything, I expect more on a Button, but like maybe just this track doesn't like really suit him because I mean at Chicago he's doing really well,
Yeah.
and even at Coda I feel like he like was
Button's
decent.
Like, he's been hit or miss. I don't know.
yeah
He's either been like top 10 or just like actually terrible.
yeah. I think Andy Lally might do okay.
He's kind of the same.
We'll see. Yeah
Those are kind of like the decent drivers from the other series.
yeah.
That's actually
Well the people that are from like
actual.
SVG. Well, Kostecki's also champion.
Well, yeah.
And like he's like.
Talking about Lally, like he's good.
Wait, well, oh, but yeah, Lally was his. I don't really know enough about Lally's history.
He's
And
an
Button
Indy
was
500, right?
no
Oh,
world Formula 1 champion.
okay. Yeah.
But then
Wait, who's the Indy 500 champion?
there's not one in this race.
Who was the one?
There wasn't ever one.
No, there was. I'm trying
No.
to think. Was it SVG?
No, SVG's Australian supercars. There's not been an Indy guy. Remember they wanted like I think one of them was it Castro Neves wanted to try and run Daytona or something,
That's
but
what
it didn't
was,
come
yeah.
together.
I don't know.
Yeah, like the money team or Connor Daly.
Connor Daly.
Yeah, but like the money team, but the money team's closed down. I'm 90% certain, or they might like just try Daytona in like the future. This year was so bad.
That car was so sick though, the 50.
Yeah, I mean, it looked great.
It's like iconic.
You picked Suarez you get 100 bonus points for the poll. That's cool, man. Your channel's doing very well. Well, it's doing all right, man. It's doing all right. It could be better, but you know what? We're still going. Blimey, you see me. I see you. Bill, you went with Bell, Elliott, Reddick, Suarez, and Van Gisbergen. All right. Ball first, MTJ second, SVG third, Jensen Button. Whoa, okay, Button. That's a bold one. Jensen Button is over the hill, but he's British, so he's gonna gotta show some report. I got you, Ball. And now this race already, I'm like, I feel like so excited about this race, man. This is like,
We're already like 3 laps.
I know. I mean, I'm pumped, and then like tossing the playoff battle too, though. Like besides the like foreign drivers this year.
Yeah.
Okay, lights on the pace car this time. It's going to be Suarez on the inside again, Reddick on the outside. Then row 2 this time will be McDowell on the inside, Elliott on the outside. In row 3 will be Larson on the inside and Busch on the inside. So a couple changes near the front of the field. And it's still Bell, Van Gisbergen, Gibbs, Bowman. Your top 10 pretty much all the same, just swapping around 1 or 2 spots compared to the first restart. But we'll have now 5 laps completed, working lap number 6 when we get the green flag. So it'll be 10 to go in stage 1. Remember, no stage cautions. So, anyways, a lot of playoff points to be given out to some big names in that cut line battle here in about 10 laps. Suarez, McDowell, Elliott, Bell, or Gibbs, and Bowman inside the top 10 right now. Green flag back out. Suarez once again gets a good restart. That'll be something to keep tabs on because so far the control car has really been untouchable. Gibbs making a big move, swinging it all over the place, trying to get some spots here on the restart. McDowell's got a great run. He might get by Reddick down into turn 1. Wanted to, but I think Suarez got on the brakes earlier. Oh, Logano all over the place into the back of Cindric. Last year, do you remember it was Logano last year in turn 1 that tried to run it up the inside of everybody? Looks like he tried to do it this year and didn't work out. Oh, boy, that's going to cost Logano all his track position. Today is already a day he wants to forget. But, yeah, McDowell, meanwhile, was able to sneak up to second through all of that. And further back, Truex tried to go through their side-by-side. You see, like, it just does not work. You cannot go through their side-by-side. Like, you lose so much momentum. And now Kyle Busch on the inside of Larson into turn 7. Larson squeezed him. They're still touching through turn 8. These, like, 90-degree angle turns. Now Larson's going to be on the not preferred lane. These guys are racing hard, and I think Larson's just going to get him out, I think, turn 9 that is. Yeah, this is great racing here. Now Bell looking on the inside of Busch. McDowell, is he going to get the lead from Suarez? Let's go, McDowell. He's going for it. He's going for it into turn 12. Now he's not going to have the preferred line into turn 13. And we'll see. Is Reddick going to try and do something? No, McDowell's there. McDowell's got the line out at turn 14. Now Suarez has got to cover off Reddick. And he's going to be able to do it probably. We'll see down the straightaway. Reddick might have more momentum over the course of the straight. Yeah, this is some great race. McDowell now has the lead, though. Boy, but yeah, Logano came from so far back. Oh, Logano just shot Cindric, man. Oh, my gosh. And it even dumped Gibbs. I didn't even see that. Like, that accordioned, like, 5, like, cars all the way up. Where's Gibbs now? Because that's big. That's big for Gibbs because he would have gotten stage points. Now he's, like, he's not even in the top 20.
I don't think the broadcast saw that.
Yeah, we'll have to see where Gibbs and Logano all work out to be. Or it wasn't Cindric, it was Blaney. I saw the Menards yellow. I thought that was a... Oh, Almirola's hit pit road. I didn't even see that. I don't know. Oh, boy, this is some chaos here, man. Elliott now looking on the back of Reddick into turn 7. Man, this is great. This is great. Like, the race could end in 3 laps, and I'd be like, that was fun. Yeah. Now Elliott's on the back of Reddick. Was this through turn... I'm going to figure out the track map here sooner than later. That's turn 10. Okay. And turn 11. Okay, so it's McDowell still leading. He's starting to build up a bit of a lead over Suarez. Then it's Reddick, Elliott, Larson, your top 5. Busch, Bell, Bowman, Van Gisbergen, and Briscoe. So Van Gisbergen kind of just... staying where he is. He just got by Bowman for 8th, actually. We'll see what the 91 can do. Going to want to keep tabs on what ground he's making up. Also, Allmendinger started 26th. He's up to 18th. And then where's Ty Gibbs through all that? That accordion ended up having him get dumped off the 91. Gibbs is all the way down in 27th. So he is like... That is big. Well, it wasn't really his fault, though. It was damage from Logano, or the hit from Logano. But we'll see what ends up with all that. Oh, LaJoy getting into the back of Cindric a little bit. Oh, wow, look at that just right now. Oh, that's because McDowell's leading. I was going to say, well, if McDowell were to win, Wallace would be 30 points to the bad, or 30 points to the good. Yeah. But it'd be... Oh, boy. But already what I was saying about Bubba today, he has to have damage limitation. If McDowell wins and Suarez runs top 5 all day, then he's given up 6. It goes from 60 points to the good to him being 30 points to the good and the guy on the cut line. Like, it gets cut in half. And then we still have another road course race. So, I mean, easily after Watkins Glen, even though he had a great Michigan to Richmond, he could be right on the cut line going into Daytona, and then it's anybody's race. Gostecki, I think, is up to 29th now. Kobayashi's still in 33rd. These guys just figuring it out at the back of the field. Yeah.
So is a 33. That looks pretty nice.
Dude, the X Mobile, whatever that sponsor is, it looks like something made up, bro. Like in like the video game type thing.
Cool, though. Look at this dude. Oh.
Stecky. Oh, here comes Kobayashi. A deep dive bomb. Oh, my God. Well, he's just feeling out the limits of the car. Kobayashi just chucked that thing down in there. I was like, and he's going for it. Then, like, because Stecky just kind of let him slide on through there. Man, there's great battling even all the way out here in, like, 30th, basically.
He tried. The 6th one was locked up in front of him.
Yeah, Kobayashi, like, just, I want to see the onboard. you could literally see his physically body, like, when he hit the brakes, all of a sudden he was trying to, like, you could feel it. He was trying to slow the car up somehow. But at the front now, it's McDowell, only leading by half a second over Suarez, so things are staying tight. I just want to keep tabs on Van Gisbergen, and all of a sudden he just starts clicking off lap times like a second quicker than everybody else, like he did at Chicago. 7 to go here in stage 1. There's going to be 6 to go when they come by the stripe this time. But yeah, these playoff points, if McDowell picks them up, I mean, that changes the playoff picture big time. And down into turn 1, Elliott looking to the inside of Reddick. Too far back to make a move that time. Now Bowman looking on the inside of Van Gisbergen. Just is able to slow it down, but now Van Gisbergen actually not... Gisbergen looking like immortal somewhat. He's not quite, untouchable right now. Now Bowman's going to rough him up a little bit. Bowman's going to get to the inside of the 91. This is into turn 4. Now up into the chicane. Who's going to give? Bowman's just able to get around him before they get into the second part of that chicane.
You can just tell this dude knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Now here comes Briscoe's got to run on both of them because they weren't able to get through the chicane that fast. Now Briscoe on the inside of Gisbergen. He's going to be able to get Bowman as well. No, he's just going to get the 91. And now Truex as well. Yeah, Van Gisbergen. I just want to say Gisbergen because it's faster, but Van Gisbergen, or SVG, is getting pushed down the running order now slowly but surely. But yeah, Logano just never gonna. It's like in a video game, just ram into the back of everybody else trying to move forward, but doesn't actually work out. So they cut to commercial break, and already as they run, looking at the running order, in terms of the playoff cut line, right now, well, this is with McDowell. Basically, right now, McDowell had. This is not without. Okay, I can't speak. This is without stage points factored in, so keep that in mind. But McDowell is 7 points to the good over Suarez as they run. And then he is, I believe, 26 points to the good over Ty Gibbs and 31 points to good over Allmendinger and 52 points to good over Bowman.
Logano's having like a terrible day. He hit Haley off. Now he gets like he rams into someone.
Mm-hmm. But already though, Bubba Wallace is currently running this is without stage points factored in. He's only compared to he's 50 points to the good still over Suarez, but that's without stage points factored in. Yeah. So we'll see what it looks like after stage 1 and stage 2. Oh, Elliott's gotten by Reddick for 3rd. And then yeah, Van Gisbergen now has been shuffled down to 10th. He's trying to hold off Truex. Bubba Wallace actually is running in 14th, which is pretty good for his road course standards, actually. Allmendinger in 17th. He's got to do a lot more than that. Button's up to 23rd. Lally in 25th. Gibbs in 26th. Kostecki 30th. Rockenfeller 32nd. Kobayashi 34th. And yeah, Justin Haley is 1 lap down. His lap times are pretty, like about a second slower than everybody else, at least almost 2 seconds slower than your leader. So, I mean, his damage is pretty much taking him out of contention. Logano's lap times are still, well, actually, they're all right. I think Logano kind of struggles at road courses a little bit anyways. I think. I'm trying to remember.
He's good at walking splines sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, what? We got a super chat. What? I didn't even see that. Yo, hey, that's in a minute. We got $7 Canadian off the cuff adventures. I didn't even see that, but thanks so much, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Whoa.
Heck yeah.
Or Joe Yellow. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it, man. I'm sorry. I probably missed that by like 5 minutes now. Stupid Roofer, how you doing? Yeah, thanks, bro. Hey, that's like our first super chat of, like, I think maybe even the year. You know, this time last year, things were really picking up for the channel. We gained like 1,000 subscribers in the span of like a month. And then it's just been hard to keep up doing things. Yeah, I'm going to see if we have had like a super chat even this like entire year. I don't know. I think that is our biggest super chat, though, in history. We'll see. Yeah, that's our biggest super chat in channel history right there. Yeah, our previous record was $5. Now we're up to $7 Canadian. Oh, and Ty Gibbs, we're back from commercial, actually. He was trying to get by Andy Lally, overshot, I believe, turn 1. Yeah, life does get in the way. Oh, Harvick! Oh, he's pitting. I was like, the 4 car just flies off into oblivion in the background. No, he's just hitting pit road. By the way, that paint scheme on the 4 this weekend, it's a throwback to Tony Stewart. Looks great. Yeah, Harvick's down at stage point zone anyways with 3 to go on the stage. Might as well hit pit road. Anyways, at the front, though, it's still McDowell only by half a second over Suarez, so still pretty tight at the front. Elliott in 3rd. He's, I'd say, too far back right now to get into the stage win. Reddick in 4th, Larson 5th, Busch, Bell, Bowman, Briscoe, and Van Gisbergen in your top 10. Then Truex and Blaney are the first guys outside of the top 10. Allmendinger still down in 17th.
Suarez catching up a little bit.
All right, stupid. I appreciate it, man. Hey, thanks everybody watching. Drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get up to 10 likes if you have. If we can. Appreciate it. Anyways, Suarez still hunting down McDowell at the front of the field. I think actually looking at their last lap, Suarez was 2/10 slower last time by. We'll see what it looks like this time at the stripe. It was a 0.667. That was the gap last time by at the line. And honestly, this lap looks pretty much identical. But then you have, okay, looking further down the running order. In terms of fast lap times inside the top 10 right now, your leaders are running 89s. Your top 3 all ran 89s last time by, and then nobody else within the top 10 ran sub 90. Actually, now the lap has registered for the past lap time. Kyle Busch ran a sub 90. But everybody within about half second of each other. Oh, dang, yeah. Under braking there into turn 7, Suarez made up a lot of ground on the 34. Oh, boy. And the 24 and the 78 tried to go side by side through that back chicane. And once again, the 78 was on the outside of this turn 6 on the losing end. Was able to keep all 4 tires on the grass, though. That would have been bad for that team.
Right there.
Yeah, under braking, Suarez close in quite a decent amount. We'll see here. This will be the white flag in stage number 1. Will it be McDowell or Suarez? And Van Gisbergen complained about a sticky throttle pedal. Also, Blaney's going to pit from 12th. Cindric and Gilliland pit as well. They're back in 15th and 16th. Trying to maybe do the undercut here just a little bit. Yeah, actually, the last time by, though, I think off the final corner, McDowell able to really lengthen his lead there over Suarez. Now it's up to almost a full second as they work their way into that back chicane and the back straightaway. Yeah, all 3 Penske cars coming down pit road this last time by, and Todd Gilliland want to have a smooth pit stop here. But thankfully, if you do have a slow stop, the circuit is so big that you don't really risk going a lap down when you hit pit road. Now Suarez, I think McDowell is faster in the first half of the lap, and then Suarez is faster in the back half of the lap. Suarez is really fighting it there through turn 10. Half a second the gap as they go into the final big braking zone, which is turn 12. Suarez too far back to make a move here. You got to remember, you don't want to overdo it. You're still collecting 9 stage points in second. You almost want to be content with what you got. And there you go, off of turn 14. Here you go. Michael McDowell picking up the stage win here in stage number 1. Doing what he needs to do. I think this might be his first ever stage win. Suarez second. Elliott third. I mean, 3 big playoff names right there, finishing 1, 2, 3. Then Reddick and Larson, Kyle Busch, Bell, Bowman, Van Gisbergen in 9th, and Martin Truex Jr. gets that final stage point in 10th. And Briscoe and Busch are some names further back hitting pit road that last time by. Now, I assume all your leaders will hit pit road this coming lap or in the next 1 or 2 laps. Not quite sure where all the strategies will cycle out. You do have to pit at least once, though, in the time between essentially stage 1 and stage 2. Yeah, we'll see once those stage points get factored in to the current playoff grid how things are looking. But if a caution were to come out right now, all these guys that have just hit pit road, they would cycle the lead, and then all your underdogs, McDowell, Suarez, would all get shuffled way back, probably outside the top 10, top 15, because they would have to hit pit road. And nope, your top 2 don't hit this time. Not your top 3. Reddick will pit from 4th, but Larson stays out. Pit road not too busy this time by. Not yet. But I'm sure business will pick up in the next few laps. He's saying they're trying to keep SVG at bay. He's super fast. I mean, I think SVG's definitely got pace. I don't know if he's got... Yeah, well, I don't know. I think right now, I think he's just racing on a track where he has equal, or well, not equal, he has less experience than the Cup guys. I mean, on the street course, in a way, yes, the car was new, but the style of racing, being right up against the wall all the time and switching back between turns on like essentially flat pavement is not something pretty much any of the Cup guys were familiar with. So in a way, he had more experience than the Cup drivers. Whereas now when he comes to a circuit where the Cup guys, I mean, honestly, they've only raced there 2 years. So the Cup guys aren't even super familiar with this track. Yeah, I mean, it's still impressive that you're running top 10. That's higher than any of the other drivers doing this, kind of one-off event. Right now, Kostecki actually ended up making his pit stop. Allmendinger also just pitted, and Byron's down pit road this time as well. But anyways, I mean, top 10's still impressive, and it's still very early on in the race. I mean, he still has a ton of time to, figure out some more speed in the race car or find some more speed in the race car. But, I think he's falling down to planet Earth a little bit right now. Meanwhile, McDowell and Suarez, your top 2, are going to hit pit road. And, Suarez trying to make up some ground right there right before the commitment line. I don't know. He might have gotten to slow down. Yeah, that'd be bad if you got a speeding penalty right there. But if it works out for him, he just made up probably a whole half a second or so on McDowell. McDowell into pit, and Suarez will pit right in front of him. We'll see who has the faster stop. This could be it right here. Oh, slow stop on the left side for McDowell. Slow stop on the left rear. Oh, that could be crucial for the 34 team. They're going to drop the jack, and he is away. But left rear was definitely slow on the 34. Now Suarez is into his pit stall. He actually has the number 1 pit stall as the pole center. We'll see how their stop goes. Larson also into pit just behind him. Left side's pretty smooth. The 34 is not even in the picture yet. And who's it going to be? Race off pit road. Suarez has got it with ease. And just like that, the lead of the race has changed hands on pit road. Larson also off of pit road just behind these guys. And, yeah, Suarez has now got at least a second gap over McDowell. And, closing up some ground there on the entrance to pit road and having just a better pit stop right there. Pit crew. It's a team sport, guys. It's a team sport.
How it's still in the commercial.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. 18 to go, though, now in stage 2. And yeah, just like that, McDowell's got to be frustrated behind the wheel because essentially that's the driver he's competing with for that final stage point or that final playoff spot. Chase Elliott now into pit. He was leading for that last lap. Kyle Busch, I think, also into pit behind him. Thanks to everybody watching right now. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you have not already. What do we need Freeman Motorsports Radio? What we need me broadcasted across the international airwaves?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Next weekend, I actually sadly won't be live because I will be at Watkins Glen. But you might be able to catch me on the television since I will be on the pit box of the 16 of AJ Allmendinger.
Actually?
Yeah.
How?
What? I got connections, my guy.
What?
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. So you might be able to find me on your television. So I might post a picture of what outfit I'm wearing. See if somebody can see if somebody sees me on the broadcast or whatever. I'll probably try to make a vlog or something to that. And then
Do you like know one of the pit crew members or something?
no, I'll talk more about it later. But then after that though, I'll be in college, and I'm still figuring out what it's going to look like trying to go live from college. I think what I'm definitely going to start doing when I'm in school is doing the 1 minute daily uploads, and also I think I'm going to try and do maybe like a 1 hour podcast that like once a week or something like that. But I don't know if I'll be able to do the live streams. We'll see what we can figure out. I mean, I definitely want to do them if I can. I just don't know if they'll be practical. Anyways, Larson all over the bumper of Elliott for what will essentially be third when all this cycles through into turn 7. The 5 on the outside of the 9. He's there. He's going to have a nose alongside into turn 8. Is Elliott going to give him space? He does. Larson going to get right on the bumper of him into turn 9. Now turn 10. The 5 can't get by him right there, but Larson's definitely got pace. He was my pick to win, guys. Remember that. But then it's still Bell, Van Gisbergen, and Truex, your top 3 right now. They still have to hit pit road. Your top 12, now top 11 actually, still all have to make their first pit stop of the day.
Yeah, what is he doing?
Out at 34, just didn't want to risk the speeding penalty, and the 99 made the most of it.
That was smart. Boom.
99 beats 34 out on pit road, man. That could be the whole race right
I
there.
hope I go to the Glen next week. I'm going to try. My best.
Super Roofer, you should be at the Glen. All right, guys. Well, if you don't follow my Instagram already, follow it, freeman.motorsports. I'll be posting updates about maybe where I'll be at the Glen, or if you guys want to try and meet up, you can message me on there. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'll get the most, fluorescent t-shirt I can to stand out from the crowd. Or maybe I'll wear like a big sombrero or something.
Yeah.
Maybe if I was on Suarez's pits box. One of Daniel's amigos.
Let's go.
Oh, Rockefeller got... somebody else got... So, Button got a speeding penalty, and Rockefeller got a speeding penalty, I think.
Yeah.
So, and there you go. And they just explained it on the broadcast there briefly, is that in a lot of other racing series, you just hit a button on the steering wheel. Oh, Corey LaJoy also with the speeding penalty. You just hit a button on the steering wheel, and the car almost just kind of... It slows itself down, holds itself at speed, so, the driver doesn't really have to worry about speeding in the pit lane. All right, thanks, Off the Cuff Adventures with Jamie. I was going to say Jamie from now on. But anyway, so Eric Jones now into pit. Now, that just leaves, I believe, 10 cars to make their pit stops. Still Bell, Van Gisbergen, Truex, Wallace, Austin Dillon, your top 5. And Larson was hounding Elliott for a little bit there, but now Elliott is starting to build up a bit of a cushion. And McDowell trying to regain that lead that he once had from Daniel Suarez.
Look at that 31.
Yeah, 31 Haley is beat up. McDowell is definitely, I think, faster than Suarez. I mean, he just closed up a lot right there. Try to look at last time by. McDowell was about half a tenth faster than Suarez. So not big amounts of time, but he looks like he's faster. You know what? Actually, no, I take it back. I was going to say, Keselowski, Kobayashi, and Ty Dillon might be able to run to the end of the stage. Actually, I don't know. They might be able to. 13 more laps in the stage. That'd take them to like 31 laps on a tank of gas. And you can go about 30 laps on a tank of gas. So they might be able to stretch it all the way to the end of the stage, too.
To get
Yeah, well, Bubba can't. I'm saying the only people that can are Keselowski, Kobayashi, and Ty Dillon.
Oh, really?
Another random Ty Dillon stage win, maybe. No.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah. But yeah, now that McDowell and Suarez aren't leading, McDowell just has a 2-point lead over Suarez in the points at the cut line. Then Gibbs is 22 to the bad.
Still, like, in the picture. That's actually insane.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not. He's definitely not.
He's in a must-win, basically. I mean, I don't even really want to look at the points right now until like
So
the guys that need to pit. Yeah, the 31. I can't believe that thing is still running. Like the left side is just kill. I mean, that car was like almost launched in the air by the tire barrier for like a second. Now Truex will pit from third. But yeah, your top 4 are all really under a blanket right now. So with 12 to go in the stage, you could toss out the stage win to basically anybody right now. I mean, that's pretty incredible. We are now like about almost 20 laps into a green flag run with a pit stop thrown in there, and your top 4 are all within like a second and a half of each other still on a road course.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
It's cool to watch.
Down the front straightaway, McDowell is going to pull out a line. I think he's still too far back. Yeah, he's going to tuck back in line before they get under brakes. Oh, boy, yeah. Right now, this gives you a great stat here on Bubba Wallace on road courses. This year, he ranks 33rd in points earned on road courses. There's only, because both the Rick Ware cars are not full-time cars. So he is 30, out of 34 drivers that have run every road course, he is 33rd.
That's so bad.
Like,
That's actually terrible.
that is horrendous.
I don't even think he's wrecked out at one of them either.
I don't know, but like, 34th,
He's just terrible.
33 out of 34 full-time road course drivers. I mean, last year at the Indy road course, he finished top 5, but I mean, that was with like, 3 pileups. Yeah. Also, Van Gisbergen into pit this time. I have to see how his pit crew does. This is not a, full-time NASCAR pit crew on the 91.
Pretty less.
Also, going to have to see if he was speeding or anything.
Yeah, he looked fine.
Take pretty good stop on the left side. You really want to be, if you're a sub 11, that's good. Anything under 12 is all right. Ooh, it's slow. 13.1. Yeah, that's compared. We'll see it compared to Bubba Wallace's pit crew. Oh, okay, actually 23XI pit crews have been pretty bad recently. So I don't know if this is a great comparison, but here we go. Bubba's pit crew going. Whatever. They're going to take it away. Whatever.
We're going to commercial.
Going to commercial. Your top 3 are still under a blanket, which is, great to see. McDowell right on the bumper of the 99. Oh, boy. Oh, gosh. They cut to commercial entirely. This is painful. Life is pain. Oh, thanks for the link, Freeman Motorsports. Or the stupid roofer. All right. Hey, we're up to 11 likes. Got 10 likes. I appreciate it, guys. And if you're just tuning in now, drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. You've only been to Daytona. Living in Halifax is not easy. Is that Halifax? I don't even know where that is. Is that in Virginia? That's in Nova. You live in. Oh yeah, you live in Canada. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. I guess you're like you're in Canada, so I guess what Watkins Glen, Pocono, New Hampshire would be the closest ones, but even then, probably at least like a 10-hour drive. You're gonna want to fly most likely still. So, and if you're flying at that point, you might as well go wherever. From up in Buffalo, New York. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the only Cup tracks I've been to are Watkins Glen, Dover, and Charlotte. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's literally it. Because Dover was my first race. No, in Martinsville.
Yeah,
I've been to Martinsville. Yeah, those are the 4 tracks I've been to for a Cup race.
I've been to Michigan twice.
You've been to Michigan?
Yeah.
Michigan's actually pretty close, only 5 hours. I don't know, I might go next year.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Gran Turismo movie? I don't know.
It's so gimmicky.
I think it'll probably be good. I don't even know if I probably won't watch it until it comes out on like a streaming service.
Yeah. I think
The racing scenes look eh.
yeah.
Like it looks
Like that
CGI
wreck
bad.
scene.
Yeah, that one wreck scene I saw, I'm like, eh.
I don't know. It's just weird. It's like that Stranger Things guy. He's like the guy. who's,
Yeah.
Like, the crew chief. It's just weird. I don't know. I feel like it's just like to sell the game.
Oh, you'd love to see go to Talladega. I definitely am gonna go to like a super speedway race at some point.
That's my dream track.
But like I think only negative with the super speedway is I feel like you can't see as much. But it's also like
so loud and, like,
yeah, I don't know. I definitely have to go at some point.
Yeah.
I think the Daytona 500 or the Daytona cutoff would be great.
My
What?
controller.
Oh yeah.
I was looking for it. I forgot I left it here.
Oh yeah.
It was so long ago.
Mhm. It was like 2 months ago, bro.
I know.
Well, we're back from commercial, and your leaders are still the same. And it's pretty much same gap. I'd say maybe Suarez and McDowell are a little further ahead of Elliott, and now Larson's starting to fall back a little bit more. Yeah, I'm sure Dega's beautiful as well. I'm looking forward to the New Days of Thunder movie. I know, I'm looking forward to that whenever it like truly like
same.
comes out, or like once everything's all really confirmed. So now just your top 4 and Ty Dillon in 8th still have to pit. But now you're essentially your new running order at the front will be Suarez, and actually Bell's hitting pit road right now. I do want to check what's like. I wonder what the lap time difference is if there's really any tire fall off. Denny Hamlin, Austin Dillon ran like 90.8 and a 91.1, and then Suarez ran an 89.9. McDowell 90.1. Okay, there might be like a half a second of tire fall off, or it might just be that Suarez and McDowell are like faster than Dillon and Hamlin, like off natural pace.
Can't even hear him.
They got James Hinchcliffe and Dale Jarrett speaking down on pit road, but you cannot hear anything going through the microphones right now over the broadcast. Yeah, McDowell, he's got a good run on Suarez this time. Suarez is going to cover him off into turn 1, but now McDowell's going to have the outside. Can he get deep on the brakes here? He's going for it. McDowell on the outside. Oh, they're going to touch a little bit through turn 1. Can McDowell get a nose in there? Oh. Oh, boy. McDowell almost got there. And now look at that, though. Just because they ran side by side and slowed each other down, Elliott is all over them both. And McDowell to the back of the 99 a little bit there off of turn 4 through the chicane. Oh, your top 3 are separated by, I mean, maybe 5 car lengths. Elliott's got a good run on McDowell now, I think, down the back straightaway. Is he going to do anything with it? McDowell's kind of got to cover him now. Elliott's too far back. Oh, but gets a nice arc through that turn 7. Oh, you can see the 34 right there through turn 8 made up a ton of time on the 99. Just the line he took.
Oh my.
It's interesting. They're all taking like just slightly different lines. And Allmendinger is continuing to move forward slightly. You still have 4 cars that need to pit ahead of him, and he's still running in 15th. So now he's going to be up to 11th. So, oh, Larson just missed turn 12, I think.
No, he's pitting.
Out of the corner. No, no. He missed turn 12. He's got to do a stop and go.
My God.
Oh, come on, Larson. Just missed turn 12, and now he's dropped all the way. Is he dropped out of the top 10?
12.
Dang.
Not that bad.
So he'll technically still be in stage point paying position, but oh boy. McDowell too far back to make a move into turn 1 that time, but I saw that on the corner of the frame going into turn 12, and just he is locking it up big time. Oh gosh, that thing's got mega flat spot on the right front now, I'd imagine, so the car's probably going to be a lot slower now. He has a mega flat spot early in the run, too. That's going to definitely slow him down.
Yeah.
And now it's Suarez, Elliott, and McDowell still at the front. And Kyle Busch and Reddick aren't too far back, but still got maybe about a second or 2 out of the picture. Now Austin Dillon will pit from the lead. That'll put Denny Hamlin out front. Thanks to everybody watching right now. Ball, yeah, I want to go to Bristol, but also Richmond, Darlington, Stockton, because they are technically your home tracks. I remember that because they're all towns in England. Oh, wait, where do we go here now? We'll be out IndyCar or NASCAR. The way Gun Maverick wasn't out Top Gun. No, I think the new Days of Thunder movie would still be about NASCAR. I don't think there's anything even revealed about it. I think it's more so just rumored to be in the works.
Yeah, there needs to be a new NASCAR movie.
Yeah, we need a good NASCAR movie to be mainstream coming out sometime.
Bobby movie was the last one.
Yeah, well, no Cars technically.
Well, yeah, but a real NASCAR movie.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I call Ricky Bobby a real NASCAR movie. Yeah. 6 to go in stage 2. Going to be 5 to go next time by at the line. Yeah, Van Gisbergen definitely, I think, had a slower pit stop because now he's running down in like 15th-ish. So Larson's in 10th. So he'll still get some stage points.
He passed some people.
Ah, come on. I want something to happen now. 5 to go. I think Hamlin and Keselowski might try and stretch it to the end of the stage, like I was saying.
Yeah, they're gonna have
Hamlin hasn't pitted though, so I don't know if he can. Because if the fuel window's 30 to 32 laps, and you've got to make it to lap 35, Keselowski's got like 2 more laps that he can go for sure. I think Keselowski technically is able to do it as well as Ty Dillon. Hamlin, I don't think is technically able to make it. Okay, so Hamlin's strategy is just to run as long as he can, maybe hope for a caution. You think an IndyCar movie would sell better worldwide because of the international driver lineup? But, like, I actually disagree. I disagree. I think if the worldwide people really cared about the international driver lineup, then IndyCar would have more people watching on TV.
Yeah.
Like, I think they definitely have more international driver lineup. But it's not like the characters are like going to be like all the drivers per se. You know what I mean? So, I mean, maybe you'd say more likely it'd be like a Drive to Survive type of thing would sell better worldwide because you'd have more international fans and audiences to pitch it to. But I mean, hey, and Ricky Bobby, or in Talladega Night, you had John Girard. He was international. Into turn one. I mean, really, your top 3 are just staying dead even with each other. Oh, Allmendinger. Oh, no. Where even is he? Oh, that's off a turn. Where'd he go?
I don't know how that happened.
This is,
Like
he's trying to get the car going. He can't. I don't know if he can even get it going right now. The 16 is stalled over there.
They're gonna call it?
I don't know. No, he's got it going. Oh, boy. He was finally making up some ground. You know, I just said it a few minutes ago. Hey, he's up into almost the stage points. Oh, are you kidding me, Blaney?
All day long.
Oh, my gosh.
That's not good.
Oh, boy. Yeah, Blaney just took him out. And now he's doing Logano. Uh-oh. But yeah, Blaney, just took out Allmendinger there and through turn 14. And, I mean, he's still going to be on the lead lap here. At least that's going for him. But cost him tons of track position. And cost him any potential stage points that are on the table.
How do you screw up?
Well, I think that's the thing. Is I think Tom Cruise, regardless if it's about NASCAR, IndyCar, or whatever, I just think, yeah, like what your point though is like valid. I think Tom Cruise is really all that even matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a Tom Cruise movie. It could be Tom Cruise can make a movie about, I don't know, riding merry-go-rounds, and people would watch that thing.
He's Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Now they're gonna have to use a lot of de-aging stuff at this point, but
Yeah.
maybe it might be like he's training the next version of himself, like Cars 1. Okay, anyways. Back to the race. Focusing in, locking in. Yeah. We'll go through the whole running order here really quick, actually, since commercial break. So at this point, I'd imagine Hamlin and Keselowski are somehow hoping to attempt it, making it to the end of the stage, because also, keep in mind, like, they have to make it to the end of the lap, but then also do one more whole lap and get back to their pit stop.
Yeah.
So in a race where it's supposed to be a 32-lap fuel window, Hamlin's trying to make a 36-lap run. We'll see what happens. Keselowski would be trying to make since he pitted, a 34-lap run. And then Ty Dillon, if he's still out there. No, Ty Dillon pitted, so never mind. But then it's Suarez who would essentially take over the lead. But Suarez in third, McDowell fourth, Elliott fifth, then Kyle Busch sixth, Reddick seventh, Bowman eighth, Briscoe ninth, Larson 10th. Then Buescher, Truex, Bell, Van Gisbergen, Cindric, your top 15. Blaney, Wallace, Austin Dillon, Chastain, Gibbs, your top 20. Byron, Kostecki, Almirola, Gilliland, Harvick, your top 25. Burton, Lally, Stenhouse, Kobayashi, Bilicki, your top 30. Then Button, Logano, LaJoy, Ty Dillon, Eric Jones, Rockenfeller, Allmendinger, your top, and Ryan Preece, all your lead lap cars. And then Justin Haley is one lap down in 39th. I think Allmendinger might have just hit pit road, actually. Yes, he did. Allmendinger just decided to pit after getting dumped, I'd imagine. Just because at that point they weren't going to get stage points. And we're like, let's try and get some fresh tires. But yeah, Allmendinger said over the radio, if I get back to the 12, he's getting wrecked. So, have to see what happens with that.
Wrecking everyone today. What the heck?
2 to go, man. Hamlin, if Hamlin makes this, though, it definitely could play a role in strategy in the final stage because he has really stretched this fuel window. But Keselowski's right on his bumper. Actually, your leaders, because Hamlin and Keselowski have been saving so much fuel, Suarez, McDowell, and all of them have caught up to him. This is going to be crazy right here.
Yeah, you can tell how much slower he is.
Yeah, Hamlin and Keselowski don't really have a lot to lose here, so because they're both almost locked in. Keselowski's almost locked in. Hamlin's already locked in. But yeah, Suarez and McDowell and Elliott are all going to want to get by these guys as quick as they can and get one more point and a playoff point potentially each. Oh, Elliott, I think you might make a move on McDowell. Camera shot's not showing it. Okay, he didn't make a move there.
Yeah, they're really catching up.
Yeah, right now the gap is just 1 point between McDowell and Gibbs for that final spot in the cut line. It's McDowell with a 1 point advantage. But yeah, Bubba came into today 65 points to the good. Currently runs just 29 points to the good. That is nowhere near safe. That's if you crash or just have a bad day, you're back right on the cut line.
Less than 2 seconds now. Almost.
Yeah, right now, Harvick, Keselowski pretty much locked in on points.
RFK having like the best 3-week span of their
I know. We'll see, man. Suarez, McDowell, and Elliott might be able to get there before the end of the stage, and can Hamlin make it on fuel? We had that caution, so it depends how much he was able to save under caution there at the end. That opening caution for Haley. That was about, I think, a 3-lap caution period. So last time by, how much faster were Suarez and McDowell than your leaders? They were both 0.9 of a second faster, and right now they're about 1.8 seconds back, so they might just not get there. And I think Keselowski has kind of given up on the fight to Hamlin misses turn 7. He goes wide. He misses turn 7. Keselowski's going to be there into turn 8. Oh, he's side by side with him. Oh, there's dirt. Here comes Suarez. Suarez has got a big run on Keselowski. McDowell as well. Keselowski goes to block. Where is Suarez going to go? Into the turn 12 braking zone. Here they are up onto turn 2 of the oval layout. Suarez going to look to the outside of Keselowski. Is he going to try and cut underneath?
What is wrong with that 11?
Keselowski and Hamlin run defensive lines. Oh, Keselowski's going to miss the turn. That's going to hold up the 99. McDowell shoots by both of them. McDowell up to second. Can he get to Hamlin? Keselowski's going to get passed by Suarez as well. Now he's fighting back on the inside. It's not going to be enough. Denny Hamlin will win stage 2. Does he have enough gas, though, to get back to pit road? And Suarez muscles his way by Keselowski for third. But McDowell second. Now here comes Elliott to the inside. 3 wide, getting by Keselowski. Looking on Suarez into turn 1. Suarez gives him space. Elliott surges ahead through turn 2. And now they're going to touch again. And Elliott now gets by Suarez. So Suarez, though, just essentially went from the lead to third. He got held up by the 6 there so much. And now he's been passed by McDowell and Elliott. And McDowell has set sail on both Elliott and Suarez. McDowell got through through Hamlin and Keselowski better than Elliott and Suarez. And now as they go into turn 7, Hamlin just trying to get back around pit road so he can pit. Oh, boy. Now, here you go. Mike is going to kind of give the space to McDowell on the inside at turn 11 here. McDowell's got the lead. The 34 is back out to the point. Now, here comes Elliott as well. And Hamlin's just going to hit pit road here. If he doesn't, that'd be kind of funny. No, yeah, Hamlin's going to pit. Keselowski as well. And now you have a new top 3. It's McDowell, Elliott, and Suarez. And Kyle Busch has actually gained some ground on them through all that chaos. Yeah, you got Kyle Busch. Yeah.
They're gonna have to pass him.
Even Reddick is somewhat in this fight. He's still not on the picture yet. He's only like 5 seconds back from your lead. It's definitely a doable gap to make up.
Yeah.
Also, what these guys do that are just pitting now, put themselves in position to make it on just one more stop. Whereas everybody that pitted earlier has to pit on 2 stops. So they're saving a pit stop on this strategy as well. So this might be if this thing runs green to the finish, it could work out well for the 11 and the 6. Keselowski with a slow stop, though, 4 seconds. 15.6 seconds, so 4 seconds slower than what you're usually trying to go for.
Oh, my God.
And now they'll cut to commercial break once again. Now I'll update you on your running order after all that. Anyways, we're going to have to wait for everybody to circle around and click the timing line for the running order reset. Either way, AJ Allmendinger just got screwed over by that Ryan Blaney situation. I think he might actually be a lap down here. Kaulig running in 39th and 38th. Yikes. Almost as bad as Legacy Motor Club in 37th and 35th. Yikes.
Jesus. Yo, if there's a caution, I might run and get some more caffeine. That's if.
So I think SVG, in terms of everybody's talking about SVG this, SVG that for contract next year, he's definitely not going to be full time. After talking, I listened to his episode on Dale Jr.'s podcast. It sounds like he's going to be running part time in basically each of the 3 series.
Yeah.
And he might end up almost running a full season or running every weekend throughout the year, just in different series. So probably, in the Trackhouse 91, though, with Trackhouse in the Cup Series, but then in the Xfinity Series, maybe, in the Kaulig 10 car. That's a bit of an all-star car. You know, Trackhouse has used that ride before for their drivers and Justin Marks. And then, you know, Nice Motorsports in the truck series, or maybe the 7 Spire truck. I think, yeah, just, you know, jump right to ovals full time probably wouldn't work out well either. And also, I didn't know this, but in the Supercar series, they only have about 15, 18 races a season, I believe. So,
He's got used to that. Yeah,
like comparing that to like 40.
I mean, at least he likes driving these. You know?
Yeah, at least he's having a fun time driving in the Cup Series, so that's good.
He's definitely going to do it one day.
Yeah. But here's your new running order. McDowell out front by 0.6 seconds over Elliott. 2 seconds back to Suarez in third. 3 seconds back to Koblish in fourth. 7 seconds to Reddick in fifth. Then Bowman, Briscoe, Larson, Truex, Bell, your top 10. Buscher, Gisbergen, Van Gisbergen, Cindric, Blaney, Wallace, your top 15. Austin Dillon, Gibbs, Chastain, Byron, Kostecki, your top 20. Almirola, Gilliland, Burton, Harvick, Kobayashi, your top 25. Then Stenhouse, Hamlin, Keselowski, Lally, Button, your top 30.
Ooh, locked up.
Yeah, McDowell lock up there in turn 7 just as they come back from commercial break. Elliott is really putting the pressure on everybody right now. And if Elliott does jump up here and win, it almost eliminates all the points that the 34 and the 99 have picked up today. But look at that. Stage points earned today. 19 for McDowell, 17 for Suarez, 14 for Elliott. Bowman also grabbed 6, but, I mean, those are big points for playoff drivers, or cut line drivers more so. And you just got the wounded 31 up in front of these leaders. Yeah, lap traffic also might start coming into fruition here if this green flag run continues on. I mean, they're about to get Eric Jones, who's in 37th, and a couple seconds up the road to Ryan Preece, then Rockenfeller. Oh, potential transmission issues for the 43, so that's why he's running off the pace. So just... And Legacy Motor Club cannot do it right this season, man. This is anything but the legacy that you'd want to have. Yeah. Will SVG be eligible for the playoffs in any of the 3 series? Well, technically next year he'd be eligible in any series if he runs full-time, but I don't believe he will run full-time in any series next year. Thanks to everybody watching, though. We got 20 people in here. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe. Approaching the halfway point here. You've already completed stage 1 and stage 2, but going to be lap 41 complete out of 82 next time by at the line. And throw a blanket over your top 3, as all of a sudden I didn't even realize Suarez may have a bunch of time. He's back within a second of McDowell. It's McDowell, who I think is now actually a bit slower than Elliott. I think Elliott's probably the fastest car on the racetrack right now, or at least of your top 3. Kyle Busch is also closing in 4th. I thought Reddick might be able to catch up to these guys back in 5th, but I don't see any. The Toyotas don't seem to have the pace today. And still, I mean, if we have a caution, we have some chaos. If you look even beyond just your top 3, a lot of underdogs that if they could sneak in there and get a win, that would change the playoff picture. Bowman in 6th. Briscoe in 7th. They get a win. It all changes. Austin Cindric in 13th. Look at that. Just said that right as the announcers were about to cut to it. They're copying me, guys. Jones needs to get away from Legacy Motor Club. That organization is toxic. I would agree, except I think Legacy Motor Club is pretty committed to him. Like, they want to support him. And also, I don't really know where else he would go. I don't know. He doesn't bring a lot of his own funding, so I don't think he has a lot of other options. Hey, over 300 viewers on the day. I appreciate it. Appreciate it if you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hey, we're up to 3,477 subscribers. I appreciate it. I think our all-time peak is higher than that still. We'll see. Our all-time peak... Oh, that's too long. All-time peak is 3,482 subscribers. Mate, can we get up to 3,500 subscribers today, guys? We're only 23 subscribers away from 3,500.
Yo, I'm gonna go to the gas station. You want a drink?
Not really.
Alright, I'm gonna go grab something.
No thanks for the offer.
Sure. I'll be right back.
All right, all right. Oh, oops, I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. Okay, okay. Kyle Busch. Oh, he was making up time, but now it sounds like he's complaining over the radio. Now he's dropped to 5 seconds back off the leaders. All of a sudden, Kyle Busch having a problem in the 8, and he is losing time quickly to your leaders. And A.J. Allmendinger entering the picture, attempting to unlap himself. He's on fresher tires than the leaders. And if we look at his lap times, he's running 89, 90 flat. He's running half a second quicker than almost anybody else on the racetrack right now. He is driving mad, and he is driving fast. Okay, see you later, Stupid Roofer. Thanks for coming in here for quite a bit today. Cheers. You're getting a gut feeling about the Reddick in this race. Is that a good gut feeling or a bad gut feeling? Yeah, Busch a second slower once again last time by now. 6 seconds off your leaders, and he's going to be getting passed by Tyler Reddick here quickly. Definitely has some sort of issue on that 8 car right now. Hold on just a moment. Hey, we got 25 people watching. Appreciate it. Drop a like and subscribe. We're only 23 subscribers away from 3,500. Appreciate it if you hit that sub button. Drop a like. Oh, helps what we do here at Freedom Motorsports. What in the... All right. Clicking buttons on my computer that I don't know what they do. And things are happening. There we go. Also, guys... If you're going to be at Watkins Glen weekend, make sure you DM me on Instagram or something. My Instagram is pinned in the chat, or it's just freeman.motorsports. Try and say hello to some of y'all. I'll be with the 16 crew next weekend. 0.6 seconds the gap from first to second right now. McDowell still leads over Chase Elliott. Then Daniel Suarez not far behind. They will go to NASCAR nonstop, so we'll be able to keep bringing you the action. Once again, though, Kyle Busch quite a bit slower last time by. He is going to be getting passed here by Reddick, I'd have to imagine, pretty shortly. He's definitely got some sort of problem on that 8 car. Trying to diagnose it right now. Update on all the international drivers. Van Gisbergen running in 11th. He's had a pretty tame day. Started in 8th. Hasn't run any higher than that today, I believe. Just has faded a little bit, but still running solid lap times. Kostecki. He has worked his way from the rear of the field up to 20th, still running competitive lap times. I think he actually has a shot at working his way possibly into the top 10 by the end of the race. So keep an eye on the 33. And now here comes Truex, though, actually looking to the inside of Larson. Larson had flat spotted his tires early on in the run, and now it's just probably bleeding time as a result. And now Truex is going to get by him, and he's got Bell and Van Gisbergen all over his bumper as well. Yeah, just like that, he's going to get dropped to 8th, and now Bell... almost made a move into turn 10, wasn't able to get there. But your other international drivers, Kobayashi, he's been off course a couple times today, but still running in 25th, a respectable run right now. Jenson Button in 30th really hasn't made any noise. Today actually probably be his least impressive run so far this season. Owen Van Gisbergen will get by Bell into turn 12. He'll jump up to 10th, and now he'll attack Larson. And then Rockenfeller... just been off the pace all weekend in that 42. I think the 42 car is just a bit of a dog and is struggling. He's down in 35th. Yeah, McDowell out front. He has honestly dominated most of the race. Your top three have been the top three almost all day. Right now, I'd say if McDowell doesn't win, it'll still be a good day. But if he doesn't win, it most likely means Elliott or Suarez wins, which means the playoff cut line gets bumped up again. So even though he'll have had a great point day, he'll be even further negative to the cut line if Elliott or Suarez win. And I was going to really pick on Bubba Wallace, saying that even though he had that big points lead coming into today, that he really wasn't safe because of how much he struggles at road courses. And, honestly, he hasn't struggled that much today. I mean, he's not running great, but he's running currently in 17th. He's ran top 20s between 15th and 20th all day, which isn't great, but really not that bad. But the people he's competing against have been right at the front of the field since the drop the green flag. So that's really made his losses today be more exaggerated than what they probably would be usually. And now out of turn 11 into turn 12, Van Gisbergen going to get Larson on the inside. Bell trying to get by as well. Isn't going to get him right there. Into turn 13. The 20 going to look for the crossover on the 5. Not going to get it that time. I think Larson's going to let him go, though, through turn 14. Yes, the 20 is going to get up to 10th. Larson down to 11th. Larson probably can't wait for this next pit stop right now. But as they run, in terms of the cut line, it is McDowell out front by 10 points over Suarez. And they have a huge get back to Ty Gibbs, who has not gotten any playoff points today. And Gibbs kind of started in the top 10, was running well, and then early on, Logano made a stupid move into turn 1 and ran right into the back of a bunch of people, accordion effect, and then ended up taking out actually Ty Gibbs as a result. He was on the losing end of that situation. Also, showing a replay here, Josh Bilicki getting dumped into turn 12, or I don't know, that might have just been of his own doing right there. Anyways, but not of his own doing, gets kind of taken out and scores no stage points today, is finally working his way back to the front, but is up to 16th. But either way, he is now 34 points below, or actually 35 points below the cut line. So tough day for Gibbs. Can only kind of go up from here, I would say, but tough day. Chase Elliott scored a lot of stage points, but he still runs 42 points to the bad. Making up points. Still technically, I would say, he came in today 60 points to the bad with 3 races left. He picks up 20 today, picks up 20 at Watkins Glen and at Daytona. Then he's right in the picture. It's hard to guarantee points at Daytona, obviously, so I don't know if that would be the greatest strategy still, but either way, a good points day for Elliott. Bowman has had a decent points day. He's still now, I believe, 40 points to the bad. Trying to do math now. Actually, he is 70 points to the bad, so Bowman's still really in a must-win scenario. And then Allmendinger's had a really bad day, so Allmendinger going to be in a must-win essentially next weekend at Daytona, or at Watkins Glen and Daytona. Kostecki now has gotten by Byron and Chastain. He's up to 18th. He continues to pick him off. Like I said, I think a top 10 is definitely on the table. Oh, boy, I got to blow my nose. I'll be right back, guys. Thanks to everybody watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you have not already. Appreciate it. Yeah, Bubba's actually pretty decent at this road course. I'd agree, stupid roofer. Oh, Suarez and Elliott going at it for second. Oh, Suarez tried to get by the 9 right there. Was not able to pull it off. Down the front straightaway, maybe into turn 1. Oh, boy, they just got really sideways there off of turn 14. Here we are, down into turn 1. Elliott runs a defensive line. Suarez too far back there. He's not going to be able to get him under braking this time. But the 9's really starting to fade. He was really gaining on the 34 for a moment, and now he's starting to fade back. And Suarez is going to give the bumper to the back of Elliott there and get by him for second place into turn 12. Elliott is really struggling now, and that definitely did not make him feel any better. Luckily for him, there's a big gap back to fourth place. Tyler Reddick's 10 seconds back. But yeah, Suarez just shoved the 9 deep right there. Just pushed him right out of the way. You know, it's crunch time right now, guys. Thanks to everybody watching now. Braden has returned. Yeah, round 2. And now Briscoe will hit pit road. 34 to go. Everybody is just inside their fuel window, I would say, right about.
We're on like 2 hours of sleep.
Oh, yeah. Great. Larson also into pit. Yeah, this is the magic number right here. Everybody hitting pit road. Not everybody, but people are hitting pit road right now. Larson, Cindric, Blaney, Kostecki. Jesse Jones, a power move. Thanks everybody watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you like what we're seeing here at Freedom Motorsports. We'll be bringing you post-race coverage as well. We want to do like that interview thing we had last time. Yeah. I was thinking we could even do that in college, maybe try and do like an online thing, I don't know, like Zoom or something. Yeah. Not Zoom, but anyways. And now your top 3 are all gonna pit. We saw the lead change hands on pit road under last set of pit stops. We'll see what happens this time. McDowell gave it up to Suarez. Can he protect it this time? And McDowell's into his pit box.
Messes up again.
Oh, shoot. Slow pit stop on the left side. Slow pit stop on the left side. Man, the pit crew is definitely let him down today. Oh, we're looking at 13, 14 seconds, right? Oh, this is it for McDowell. 15, 16 seconds. Oh, boy, that is brutal. He's thankful that's his last stop of the day because his pit crew has let him down massively. Now, Elliott's pit crew coming to his aid, and so is Suarez. And is McDowell. McDowell, I think, still beat Elliott out. And McDowell, even with that slow stop, Elliott also was a bit slow, 14 seconds. And Suarez has had a problem. I didn't even know Suarez is still on pit road. What? Suarez with a 24. All 3 of your leaders had terrible stops.
What was that?
What was that?
It's like they had the gas can stuck in there or something. I don't even know.
Reddick's wow. Now Reddick was also on pit road from 4th. He was 10 seconds behind Suarez when he hit pit road. Now he's on his bumper. I didn't even realize, Suarez, isn't he going to pass him? And then I was he's literally still in his pit box. A 24-second pit stop for Suarez, a 16-second pit stop for McDowell, and a 14-second pit stop for Elliott. You should have a pit stop of a sub 11 seconds. So they were all terrible. Oh, boy. Oh, they dropped the jack and the front hose was underneath the car. Oh, boy. That is brutal. Oh boy, man, that is brutal.
Yeah, now he needs a caution, desperately.
I mean, that was a shame for every one of those pit crews. They just all threw. I think now it's still McDowell out front though through all of that.
Yeah. He
still was able to stay ahead. I think.
Yeah.
But now Van Gisbergen's the leader because he hasn't pitted yet. Yeah, no, now it's McDowell, Elliott, Hamlin. Yeah, or wait, no. What? Oh, yeah, Hamlin and Keselowski might have gotten thrust in there. McDowell, Elliott, Suarez, Reddick. And McDowell is 10 seconds ahead of Suarez now. So Suarez is essentially out of the picture. It's essentially Michael McDowell versus Chase Elliott. Two goats going at it.
Daytona 500 winner.
Yes, sir.
Must-need situation for both. I mean, not McDowell, but definitely Chase.
Dude, I don't even, Suarez, you can't even make up that much time. I mean, 32 laps to go. I mean, that's a huge margin. Right now, it's McDowell's 32 seconds off. Actually, it's not that bad. It's a 6-second gap, I think. No, the ticker's changing so fast, I can't really tell. We'll see when they click across the stripe. Van Gisberg and Austin Dillon now into pit. So Bell's still running along like he did last time.
Is Elliott exactly a must win?
Oh, yeah. I mean, technically, I think no. Because McDowell and Suarez got so many points today, that makes it a must-win. Right now, even though Elliott ran well today, he's still, relative to McDowell, he is still 60 points below the cut line. So he is 60. Yeah, Elliott's still a must-win.
You need a caution. Just want something to happen.
Actually, I mean, this race is actually, I mean, it's still been pretty good and fun. But yeah, it's like no caution at all. It's actually just flying by almost. We're almost to the end of the race. Yeah. And that could have really not even been a caution.
I know.
Like,
31's still out there. I mean, look at them. They're pissed.
So the gap from McDowell to Elliott actually is still even pretty big. It's 4 seconds last time by at the line. And then Suarez is 10 seconds back. Yeah, Suarez is in a must-win. Or not must-win. He is in a caution-needing scenario. He can't make up 10 seconds. Now Bell will pit from the lead. That leaves just Bubba Wallace out there to make his pit stop.
Bubba's going to lead a lap.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. It's probably his first 2 laps he's ever led at a road course.
All right. Okay. I just want Blaney and Allmendinger to get back together. So Allmendinger will crash him, and then we'll get our caution finally.
Where's Allmendinger?
In 27th. He's also going to be in a must-win at Watkins Glen next weekend. And further back, yeah, right now, I can't lie, guys. It's kind of starting to get a little dry in this race. Van Gisbergen and Bell battling. I think that's for technically around 8th on the racetrack once all these pit stops cycle through. Yeah, McDowell actually has now got his lead over 4.5 seconds over Elliott. So dang, yeah, right now, McDowell is looking in a great spot to get his second career win, man. That'd be crazy. He actually goes out there and just straight up gets a win. That'd be huge for that team.
I mean, they're retaining him now.
All right, next year he's gonna be there. Yeah, Bubba now pits from the lead. I think this almost completes the pit cycle. I think just the only people that still need to pit are Hamlin, Keselowski, Kobayashi. Yeah, that's it. Just 3 drivers still have to make their stops. Can Chase Elliott close in on Michael McDowell? This could pretty much be both of their seasons right here. Because if Elliott wins, then the cut line gets bumped up. And so even though McDowell made up all these points, it's not like, oh, he comes out of this race 20 points to the good. He's still a lot of points to the bad. Now we'll see where will be Bubba Wallace. We'll see where he cycles out. He's probably going to be somewhere around 15th to 20th, I think. Actually 12th, or well, he's going to get passed by a few more. Wait, where'd he go? Did he fall out of the top 20?
There's a 1, so I don't even know. One's 25th.
Yeah, where is Chastain? He's going to be 25th or so, yeah. Now, there's still Keselowski and Hamlin that are going to have to pit, and Kobayashi, so he'll cycle 3 spots up. Yeah, Chastain's been a non-factor today. I mean, maybe they just put all the money in the Suarez and Van Gisbergen. 3, I don't know. Elliott was faster last time by. He was a 2/10 faster than McDowell last time by.
Suarez almost 10 seconds behind.
Yeah, Suarez is out of it now. Actually, though, Suarez is 0.6 of a second faster than them last time by. Okay, now a new lap. McDowell ran an 89.7. Elliott ran an 89.6. And Suarez ran an 89.4. Suarez is running some fast laps. The gap's down to 9 seconds, but he's going to have to keep running those bad fast laps. Actually, Reddick was even faster in 4th at 89.3. So almost half a second faster than McDowell. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Byron made up some spots. He's up to 20th now.
All right, so Kobayashi pit. Yeah, so basically Bubba Wallace is going to be down in 23rd. Now we'll see where is he relative. So if McDowell doesn't win the race, he'll lose 5 points. He will literally be, okay, no, McDowell, if he doesn't win, it's not great, but it's not the end of the world. Actually, if he loses those 5 points, McDowell will only be, and Bubba will probably pick up a few more points, but he'll only be about 20 points to the bad. So, like, I mean, that's a lot of points, but it's not unbearable. I mean, he's made up over 20 points today. He's made up like 40 points. So he could just have another weekend top 5s at like Watkins Glen and Bubba running down in like 20th, and he will be ahead of him going into Daytona. But once again, you don't want that to be like that. Daytona's such a wild card. And now, even if McDowell wins, Suarez isn't quite out of contention either. He's just 23 points to the bad. But Gibbs, Elliott, Bowman, all beyond it. 70, 50 points to the negative. And it's crazy. You and me both said Gibbs was going to be the guy above the cut line today. And now he is. I mean, no fault of his own, but...
After that spin,
But Kobayashi actually making up some time. He's up into 19th now. He might actually get a good result in terms of the road course ringers. Or maybe not. Maybe the lead. Oh, no, it's down 30. Okay, yeah, the leaderboard was messed up. He's down in 32nd. Okay. Yeah, Bubba Wallace is up in 22nd. Kostecki is in 20th still. Gisbergen in 13th. Larson in 11th, kind of no man's land behind Truex. Hey, but Larson today, even though he got some stage points in both stages, he's might get a top 10, nothing crazy, but, or actually he will get a top 10 because Keselowski and Hamlin have to pit. But, I think they have to pit. Yeah, they still have to pit. Keselowski and Hamlin, and then, but because of that, Larson... just a few weeks ago, he was 10th in the regular season standings, and now he's up to 5th and might even be able to get by Bell and Byron before the end of the race. And as I say that, Larson trying to get by Kyle Busch for 10th. I think Busch is still struggling. He's having some sort of issue with the car. They weren't able to quite figure it out, but he's about a second a lap slower than everybody else. And, I mean, he was able to build up such a big gap to everyone in the opening 2 stages of the race that he hasn't dropped. And now he's down to 12th. Oh, we got... Looks like a spinner. No, it's Button and Stenhouse maybe made some contact there, and it looks like turn 9. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, into turn 7. Oh, Button just runs wide. Oh, my gosh. Did Stenhouse take him out here? Yeah, Stenhouse just cleans out Jensen Button. Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. I mean, honestly, neither of them lost that much time. That was kind of smooth by Jensen Button, actually. Just 360 and keeps on going.
That was, oh, my gosh. That was actually...
Oh, and then Kyle Busch, after getting passed by Larson, had a mega lockup. And it looks like...
That's going to be on like Instagram. Guarantee you.
Uh-huh.
That was actually sick.
And now Larson's up to 10th. You might be able to pick up some more spots, like I'm saying. Oh, and Kyle Busch locks up again now. Oh, and he's going to go straight on. Oh, boy, Kyle Busch, he's done for the day. I mean, now he's getting mad. Now he's kind of giving up, I'd imagine. Oh, boy, yeah. He just had to do a stop and go in turn 12. Now he's definitely giving up a lot of spot. Oh, now he's just taking it to pit road. Well, now he's flat spotted so much that he can't even really brake it properly.
Jesus.
Yeah, that thing is ooh. Now it's just Josh Bilicki, Joey Logano, Eric Jones, Justin Haley all 1 lap down. Rockenfeller, LaJoy, Ty Dillon could go a lap down here before the end of the race. At the front of the field, though, hey, Elliott is still making up time on McDowell.
2.9.
I want a Mikey win so bad, but now it's under. He was half a second quicker last time by.
There's still 25 to go. That's like half an hour.
Suarez and Reddick are both faster than McDowell as well. Now this time by, McDowell was a 10th faster than Elliott this last lap. So now it's back to 3 seconds, but Suarez has brought the gap down to 8.4 seconds.
Where's the 16 right now?
He's well, Blaney's in 15th. He's in 23rd. I don't know.
Boy.
No, but that's 25 seconds between him and Blaney.
25 to go.
Yeah, Kyle Busch made that stop. Now he's going to come out on pit road. He is just ahead of your leader, about to go a lap down still. What's Keselowski's face? Look at that. He's like smug. Looks like he had a filter on. Side by side, McDowell versus Elliott. Oh boy, who would have known this is how it would come down to for like the final playoff spots. Thanks everybody watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Wait, my leaderboard. It says it's stuck on lap 47. Leaderboard. Oh boy. Oh gosh. Thanks for updating me on that. That's my bad. I try to have the chat pulled up alongside most of the time, but sometimes I miss it. The Glen is good for McDowell, but Daytona Wallace is fantastic at those super speedways. I know. Who knows? Oh, we got a crash. The 38. Ah, no yellow. Ah, Todd Gillen. Wait, his teammate almost sold it for his teammate, actually, if you think about it.
I know. That car's toast.
Yeah, he has hammered the left front. He's right there by pit road. He'll be able to get to pit road, I think. Oh, my gosh. You know, Front Row Motorsports just, like, almost regretted signing him right there. It looks like he most likely has been it looks like he's been turned into the outside wall. We'll see.
Winval drives that car in the
Oh, iRacing, yeah.
He's in the pit box right now. He's probably pissed.
I have to imagine he got tagged. I don't know who he was even running around. They're like, oh, a piece of debris. If they throw yellow for that piece of debris, they better not throw yellow for that. It's literally just a piece of rubber. The trucks, they run over it. It's not even going to do anything to a car. They'll definitely be able to find an example of a piece of debris like that being on like pit road, and they never threw yellow for it. Yeah, a lot of heavy work going into that 38 right now. Oh boy. Hey, we got 25 people in here. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe. We're 23 subscribers away from 3,500. Appreciate it if you would help us get there. Elliott a little bit faster than McDowell. Again, the gap down to 2.8 seconds. Suarez has got the gap to 8.3. I mean, it's too far back at this point, I'd say. Unless some crazy things happen. Keselowski and Hamlin still have to pit there in 5th and 6th, respectively. I think they're just kind of hoping for a caution right now. Then you got Bowman, Briscoe, Truex, Larson, your top 10. Bell, Gisberg, Van Gisbergen, Buscher, Cindric, Blaney, your top 15. Austin Dillon, Gibbs, Byron, Kostecki, and Wallace, your top 20. Then Chastain, Almirola, Allmendinger, Burton, Harvick, your top 25. Lally, Stenhouse, Button, Kobayashi, and Ty Dillon, your top 30. Then LaJoy, Kyle Busch, Rockenfeller, your top 33. They're still all in the lap. Then Bilicki, Preece, Gilliland, Jones, Haley, all 1 lap down or more. And Rockefeller, Kyle Busch, Corey LaJoy, all going to be lap traffic for your leaders sooner than later. Yeah, Reddick is sneaky fast. If we get a restart, I think it's still really anybody's race in like the top 5, top 10 or so. But if this thing runs screen to the end, it's McDowell and Elliott right now, unless some crazy things occur. And I mean, lap traffic could make it a difficulty though, for McDowell to get to the finish. I mean, he's going to have to put guys like Kyle Busch, Corey LaJoy, who may give him a hard time about getting by. Thanks everybody watching right now. All right. McDowell circulating through 12, 13, and 14. When he crosses the start line, there will be 20 laps to go. The questions are, as they're shown on the broadcast, is it going to go green to the finish? We've only had one caution flag, and that was on lap 2. And then that's really it. Just keep hitting your marks and hope nothing goes wrong.
Yep.
But yeah, if we have a new winner, which looks very likely considering your top 3, McDowell, Elliott, and Suarez, are all below the cut line. Or right on the cut line. Oh, so it was Gillen all by himself right there. Just came flying out at turn 11. I thought he got hooked under braking, but he was just way too much momentum and overcorrected it into the outside wall. I don't know if he's done for the day or not. Looking to see. I don't know if he's come back off pit road yet. And Gisbergen getting some pressure from Chris Buescher for 12th. He's working through some heavy lap traffic right now with the likes of Truex, Larson, Bell, and Buescher. Trying to get around Priest and Logano. As Michael McDowell led every lap, it feels like MTJ in the 600 a few years ago. I mean, Suarez was out front for a while there. Hamlin's out front, but if we look at the data, yes, McDowell has led. Wait, this can't be right. Never mind. McDowell is actually currently led for 34 laps.
Oh, wow.
Then Elliott led for a lap. Suarez led for 7. Hamlin led for 8. Bell led for 11. And then Van Gisbergen actually led for a lap, probably in pit stops. Austin Dillon also led for a lap. Speaking of Van Gisbergen, you know, running well today, running better than one of his teammates, Ross Chastain, running in 12th, right about what you'd want to expect from that Trackhouse equipment. So I would say impressive. I don't think anybody had him pegged to come out here and win this race, you know, like he did in Chicago. I think if he can get back up into the top 10, maybe get even an 8th place result, something in there, I think that's definitely possible. That would be very impressive. Kostecki also having an impressive run today, I would say, after starting at the back. He's worked his way up to 19th. There are some people ahead of him that still need to pit. He could definitely be eyeing a top 15 finish, which I think would be very impressive in your first start. His teammates, Kyle Busch is running top 5, but now he has a problem, so it's hard to compare his data. But Austin Dillon is running. Is he run? Where is Austin Dillon? He's running in 16th, only 3 positions ahead of him. So, oh, we got somebody running off in the grass there a little bit. Actually, that's Brad Keselowski. That's going to allow Truex to slip on by on the outside. Keselowski was running in 6th. He's going to get actually passed by Briscoe and Hamlin. He's going to give up quite a few spots here. And through turn 8, he's going to be able to stay ahead of Hamlin. And now here comes Larson, going to get to the inside of Hamlin into turn 9. He's there alongside. This is for 9th place. Into turn 10, Larson's got the preferred line, and he's going to get by Hamlin. Now Bell trying to get by his teammate for 10th. Hamlin and Keselowski are going to have to pit soon anyways. Briscoe's having a solid run here today. Everybody remembers, of course, when he dumped Hamlin for the lead after being penalized in the very first Indy Road Course race. But he's having a good run in 8th. Now Hamlin will pit from 10th. And this is his last pit stop of the day. This strategy didn't quite work out for him there. Kind of hoping for a caution there. Right now, though, McDowell maintaining that gap to Elliott. It's back up to 3.2 seconds and up to 9 seconds for Suarez. I think McDowell just has a better long-run car. And Keselowski locks up into turn 1, allows Larson to slip by. And now Priest finally pulls out of the way to let some of the leaders, some of these lead lap cars to get by him. Now Bell gets by Keselowski. That's for, I believe, 9th. Yes. And then, yeah, as Van Gisbergen will get by Keselowski when he pits. Then Van Gisbergen will be back in position to collect a top 10 and go 2 for 2 on top 10s in his Cup Series career, which I don't think many drivers can say that. Yep. I mean, no driver that races nowadays can say they won in their very first Cup start. I think the closest would be Ty Gibbs winning in his first Xfinity Series start at the Daytona Road Course in 2021. Or, I don't know, that might be 2020, actually. Hold on just a moment. Oh, Blaney locks up there into turn 13. Yeah, Kostecki now going to be up to 18th and then 17th once he passes Keselowski, who's pitting right now. Hamlin's going to cycle out to 24th after his pit stop. So, I mean, that stage win, those stage points, though, for Keselowski and Hamlin, you know, take days that'll probably end up being 20th place results and, you know, make them feel more like, you know, a top 10. So, those stage points, that strategy call does end up being somewhat beneficial because they're not probably the best road course racers anyways, at least Keselowski. Wait, Allmendinger's day is over. He got off strategy there when that spin, and Allmendinger going to be in a must-win scenario next weekend at Watkins Glen. Yeah, now McDowell got his lead up to 3.5 seconds there, and now he's encountering that lap traffic. I was speaking about Kyle Busch, Corey LaJoie, and I believe Mike Rockenfeller are all just ahead. How is he going to be able to find his way by these guys? He's led a career high in terms of laps.
Stop.
Who?
I swear I just saw someone stop.
Oh, I think it was maybe the guy at pit lane, somebody on pit lane. McDowell on the inside of Busch into turn 1. And he's got it. That's one car he's got. Oh, bit of a lockup, though. All right. That's one lapped car. Now he's got 2 more. He's got LaJoie. Kyle Busch locks up. Anyways, he's been doing that a lot. He's got LaJoie and Rockefeller, and then there's a pretty big gap to Ty Dillon. But other than that, he doesn't have much more lap traffic to worry about. He's just got to get through this right here in front of him. Oh, boy, Button and Stenhouse going back at it. Into turn 7 again. Same braking zone. Oh, and the 15 just goes deep, and he just rams the 47. Kobayashi is also able to sneak through that.
Kind of deserves that.
Oh, no, I want to know what Button, if he did that on purpose or not. I want to hear his post-race comments on that. Or maybe I can actually see if somebody was checking his radio. Yeah, Jensen Button with a certified NASCAR move. That's one of the responses on Twitter right there. Somebody's like, Jensen Button 10. Oh! Stenhouse just dumps Kobayashi into turn 1. He's like, I'm done with these foreign drivers. Oh, boy. And Kobayashi, innocent victim right there. Well, that could be some more lap traffic for your leader to work through. Oh, gosh. Poor Kobayashi. He's not going to want to come back. That's the second time he's gone around. Oh, I think something might be broke on that thing. Oh, he looks really slow now. Oh, my gosh. And then further ahead, Button also locked up, just trying to get by his teammate Andy Lally. Honestly, Jensen Button, like, versus Stenhouse is something I did not have on my bingo card, but... All right, all right.
16 to go.
Just fun fact: F1 champion Jensen Button door slamming the Daytona 500 champion.
No, the car's fine.
Okay. Also, McDowell's able to get by LaJoie, put him a lap down. Now he's just got to get by Rockefeller and Kobayashi, and then there's a pretty big gap up to Ty Dillon. Now it's only a 2.3 second gap now to Elliott. Elliott's close, and Suarez is now 6.9 seconds back. He is making up time. He is, and Reddick as well, 7.7 seconds back. They were 10 and 11 seconds back before.
All 3 of these weeks have just been praying for cautions.
I mean, I want McDowell to win, man. I don't want this caution. I don't want a caution here right now, man.
I love the rest of this track.
Yeah, Fords are kind of dialed in right now. Or, well, I mean, really, it's only McDowell, but Subaru, you had Reddick, but if McDowell pulls this off, it's going to be a real, yeah, I know, it's going to be a great one. McDowell is gone if this goes green. I'm about 4 seconds behind your commentary, LOL. And then just hit pause on our stream for 5 seconds or 4 seconds, and then you'll have it all synced up. Or the 4-second lag might just be our brains lagging from like what we're seeing on TV and then just rehashing it to you. Oh no, Kostecki. Make it. He did. I don't know. This is not a scheduled pit stop. That is a tough break for the 33. We'll see what's up here. Oh, and they are. Maybe they're just changing tires and hopes of possibly a caution, and then still being on lead lap, then cycling to the lead. That would be a guess. Because, they're probably like, we're just trying to get a trophy out of this, not really, just an 18th place result. We'll see if that is what happens. I'm going to check, Twitter again. Brody oh gosh, I'm going to see if I can spell his name. I doubt I will be able to. Brody Kostecki. Okay. Nobody's tweeted about it yet, but I'd imagine this is just some maybe strategy, I don't know, like left field attempt. Oh, it's a scheduled pit stop, I guess. I thought he was good on fuel at the end of the race. I thought everybody was good on fuel at the end of the race. Does everybody else have one more pit stop? Now I'm really confused. I think they don't. I thought they didn't have to make another pit stop. Everybody put it with like 34 to go, and you can go like 32 laps or so. We saw people run farther on a set of tires or on one tank of gas. So I thought everybody was good to make it to the finish. We'll see though. I mean, for his standards, Bubba Wallace having a solid road course race run, but I mean, just McDowell, Elliott, and Suarez have literally run top 3 all day, so. Actually, Gibbs, I mentioned this earlier. When he got spun, he's really had the comeback drive of the day so far. Was all the way at the rear of the field after that spin. Or not at the rear of the field. He was back in, I think 28th, 29th. Yeah, 27th. So now he's up to 14th, and he honestly might be able to get to the top 10 before the day is over. He's on the bumper of Austin Cindric for 13th right now. And into turn 12. He's going to make the move to the inside, and he's going to probably have the pass complete here. Not quite there in turn 12. Is he able to stay on the outside through turn 13? Yes, so he'll probably be able to get this spot through turn 14 now. Yeah, Cindric going to let him go. It's called X now, and you're still permanently suspended? All right. Is there copyright on driver and car radio? I don't know, and I don't really want to find out. But, yeah, thanks, everybody, watching today. Hey, we're almost up to 20 likes. Appreciate it if you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Hey, we're up to 3,479 subscribers. We're just 21 away. 21 subs away from 20... We're not 20, 3,500. Yeah, there's some big gaps in the field now. I mean, we've been going green for so long. Yeah, it's still about 3 seconds from McDowell to Elliott, just staying there. Suarez is down to 6.3. He's catching him, but I just don't think it's fast enough. I think he'll probably get it down to about 3 seconds or so at this rate. But 3 seconds isn't close enough to, make a dive bomb. Yeah. It all comes down to that pit stop, man. All comes down to that pit stop. Yeah, just almost the entire race has just been one green flag run. And you can tell by the fact that your leader is literally having to battle lap traffic at a road course. Yeah. And I had said if he gets around Rockefeller, that might be the end of his lap traffic. But with 12 to go, he's probably going to catch Ty Dillon, Stenhouse, Kostecki, Lally, Jensen Button probably still. And now Rockefeller will let him go into turn 7. And next he's just got to get by Kobayashi, who I'd imagine will let him go. I mean, he doesn't really have anything to lose. He's an outsider, doesn't want to, upset the regulars. And, Up the inside of Kobayashi into turn 12. He's going to put him a lap down. Kobayashi lets him through. So now he's lapped up to the 29th position. The next car is for him to catch. Oh, Rockefeller's going to get by Kobayashi for 29th into turn 13. But the next cars for him to catch are Ty Dillon, Ricky Stenhouse, and Andy Lally. Harvick will be cool in the booth next year. Definitely. Well, darn, I've been watching this NASCAR app coverage for 3 months now in silence and just found I can have the app radio at the same time. There you go, Ball. There you go. You can also listen to the scanners of the drivers, not in the Cup Series, you have to pay for it, but in the Xfinity Series and Truck Series, you can listen to the scanners of what your favorite driver is saying. .5 seconds from McDowell to Elliott, but it's going to have to get under a second for it to really be close enough for Elliott to make a move. Almost update, 20 likes. Appreciate it. We're up to 18. Drop a like and subscribe. Appreciate it. It tells YouTube when you drop a like that we're doing a good job, so appreciate it when anybody drops a like.
Yes, sir.
Closing in on 700 viewers on the day. Appreciate it. And Van Gisbergen putting the pressure on Bell for 9th into turn 7 and now turn 8. He's got Buescher on his bumper. I mean, the fact that we've had this long of a run and we're still, like, having battles, like, for, like, Larson's just up the road from these guys and Buescher's on their bumper. The fact that we got this many cars still close together is pretty crazy. But a caution would be kind of nice right now. I just don't see a caution coming, man. That's the thing. Like, there isn't, like, spots on the racetrack like that where people are, like, going to crash. You know what I mean? Like, unless something really bad happens, or, like, something breaks. You, like, if you overstep a braking zone, like, there's runoffs. You know what I mean? Like, no, there's not, like, enough cars that are, I guess, mad at each other right now to, like, crash. Tend to go right now for Michael McDowell in probably the race of his career. He's led a career-high laps today. Has dominated the race, honestly. Won stage 1. Finished second in stage 2. Kathy Smith rooting for Chase Elliott. I'm going to put up a poll for you guys. Who's going to win at Indy? Who wins at Indy? It's going to be McDowell. Or Elliott. That's it. It's a 1v1 right now. Mono v mono. So 9 to go now. 2.7 seconds to gap. Suarez is kind of stabilized 7 seconds back. He's actually been caught by Tyler Reddick as the battle for third place is going to heat up. Reddick going to make a move on the inside of turn 4. Now they're going to be side by side through the kink. If Reddick backs out, we'll see. Is he going to back out? Ah, he does. He knows he can't go through there side by side. Still, that was pretty risky. That was almost our caution right there. Reddick and Suarez now down into turn 7. Reddick won the race a year ago. He's showing solid pace again today, but not on the levels of McDowell and Elliott. Elliott, honestly, if it wasn't McDowell and Suarez at the front, let's say it was just Tyler Reddick, Alex Bowman, and, Chase Briscoe instead, then he would probably be pretty happy with how today's gone. Runs, gets a lot of stage points, finishes second, he would be within pointability range going into Watkins Glen and Daytona, but because it's been McDowell and Suarez, there is nothing good here coming his way if he finishes second. It might be a bit of momentum boost, but at the same time, Elliott is almost expected to run this good on the road courses. Looking down the running order, Brody Kostecki after that pit stop is making some spots back up. He's up to 23rd. And yeah, your leader is about to catch Ty Dillon and then Stenhouse. Then there's a bit of a gap up to Jensen Button, who will be the next car for them to put a lap down. 8 to go. Right now the gap, if McDowell wins, Wallace is only 28 points to the good. I mean, that is definitely a gap Suarez could make up next weekend. And then Gibbs is 49 points to the bad. So essentially, if Wallace and Suarez crash out next weekend, then he could make up that gap. But Elliott, Bowman, Cindric all must win.
Almost less than 2 seconds.
Yeah, Elliott is making up a bit of time. The gap this time at the line, 2.1 seconds. Elliott was half a second faster than McDowell last time by, but I think that's because McDowell was having to get by Ty Dillon. So now the next car for McDowell to catch will be Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who has been a wrecking ball all day.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe McDowell get crashed out by the 47 as he's getting put a lap down. Now it's back up to 2.3 seconds, 2.4 seconds as Elliott's struggling to find a way by Rockefeller and Ty Dillon. And Suarez was under pressure from Reddick there for a moment, but now he's kind of maintained that gap at half a second. Then Bowman in no man's land right now in 5th. Oh, McDowell overshoots turn 7 there. That might cost him a little bit. That's definitely going to cost him a few tenths. Yeah, then Bowman, Briscoe, Truex, Larson, Bell, Van Gisbergen. And now that's something we've noticed now a few times, McDowell, that turn 7 braking zone. That's where he's messed up a few times. That's where he's vulnerable. So if Elliott catches him, his crew chief should be telling him that that's where the 34 has made mistakes. And also, yeah, not to mention, a lot of these people are going to be close on fuel. Almirola is definitely going to have to pit still. He's down in 19th, but I mean, we're able to see Hamlin and Keselowski just about make this run before. So, also, Rockefeller and Lally. Oh, Rockefeller giving the bumper to Andy Lally right there, punting him wide. And now, McDowell able to get by Stenhouse into turn 1. And now he has lapped all the way up to 26th on a road course, which is that's just crazy. And Elliott is still stuck now behind 3 lapped cars between him and McDowell. The next car for your leader to catch would be Jensen Button, who I'd imagine will probably let McDowell go. And then it would be Kevin Harvick and then Brody Kostecki. So the only person I imagine McDowell getting a hard time from would be Harvick. But once again, they're all Ford teammates, so there could be some team orders in there. Also, Rockefeller just got by Ty Dillon. That's for 27th. And now, Elliott getting by Ty Dillon. That's 1 lap car he's gotten by now. But A.J. Allmendinger is on fresher tires than Elliott. He might be coming through here trying to unlap himself. Speaking of our running order, though, right now, we'll go through your whole running order. McDowell, Elliott, Suarez, Reddick, Bowman, your top 5. Then Briscoe, Truex, Larson, Bell, Van Gisbergen, your top 10. Busher, Gibbs, Blaney, Cindric, Byron, your top 15. Austin Dillon, Chastain, Wallace, Almirola, Hamlin, your top 20. Then Keselowski, Burton, Kostecki, Harvick, Button, your top 25. Then Button last car on the lead lap, by the way. Stenhouse, Rockefeller, Allmendinger, Ty Dillon, Andy Lally, your top 30. LaJoy, Balicki, Priest, Logano, Kobayashi, your top 35. Then Jones, Kyle Busch, Todd Gillen, and Justin Haley round out your field. Looking at the chat, it's 50-50 right now. terms of who's voting for McDowell, who's voting for Elliott. Right now, I got to go McDowell. Oh, we got a car off in the gravel. It's Allmendinger. Where even is he on the track right there? I think that might be like turn 3. Yeah, turn 3. So his day just goes from bad to worse. I mean, he doesn't really even care anymore at this point. 5 to go. Well, he just went wide in turn 3. Went through the gravel. No caution, though. And at this point, if I'm Allmendinger, I'm just letting everybody pass me and waiting for that 12 car to come around. He's probably half a lap away from Blaney, so I doubt they come together. Maybe next weekend, though. That was something to keep an eye on. Allmendinger and Blaney. People in the chat rooting on Elliott. Also rooting on McDowell. The gap has just stayed the same all the way, man, down the stretch. Right now, it's 2.1 seconds. Suarez 6.5 back, but can't really get past that. Hey, we're up to 3,480 subscribers. Let's go. 20 subscribers away from 3,500.
This is the cleanest Indy race we've had.
I know, yeah. This is by far the cleanest Indy race we've had.
Oh, they're showing it.
Let's go.
Oh, my God. I didn't realize how bad that was.
Yeah, oh, I remember that crash. That was crazy. We were watching that race together. Remember that? That was... Oh. That was Larson's first race with Hendrick.
That was insane.
Kathy, you're screaming for Elliott. All right.
He's so far back.
Also, Almirola or somebody's done something. I don't know. Whatever. Almirola's still got a pit before the end of the race. If he makes it to the end on this tank of gas, I'd be shocked.
This is insane. Michael McDowell actually dominated a race.
I know. When he needed to the most.
Exactly.
When the world needed him the most. I mean, Elliott is still kind of close, but we're coming to 3 to go, man. I think it's... He's got lap traffic in the way. I mean, McDowell's got to get by probably Jensen Button, but Button, you know, he'll let him go. Oh, boy. Laps clicking down.
He's relatively close.
Not today. Not today for Elliott, I guess. Thanks, everybody, watching. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe in these remaining laps. We'll be live for Daytona. And Rockefeller's going to get by Stenhouse just behind the leader, but yeah, right now Elliott just can't get it done. And as each lap ticks by, Elliott just is having to set his sights more and more on being in a must-win scenario at Watkins Glen and Daytona. Yeah, it's like the longest green flag run in like NASCAR history. Oh, boy. And it's going to be 2 to go for Michael McDowell. I got to go to the bathroom. I did not last 80 laps.
2 to go, boys. Yeah, this is just maintaining. McDowell almost has it. Let's go. Michael McDowell, boys. Let's go.
So 2 to go for Michael McDowell.
He's really catching up, though. Look.
Yeah, the gap is like 1.8 seconds now, but
Oh my God, it's going down. What the
I just still don't think it's enough. It's 1.7 seconds. I mean, it's going to take a miracle lap here from Elliott to catch McDowell. Or a caution in the next, 10 seconds.
Yeah. That'd be insane.
McDowell races way in, right?
Yeah. He's closing in, though.
I just don't think it's going to be enough for Elliott. Here they come off of turn 14. And Michael McDowell has just got to make it one more lap to see the checkered flag for just the second time in his Cup Series career. He has dominated this race, winning stage 1, finishing second in stage 2. Almost gave it away under a pit stop, but then Chase Elliott and Daniel Suarez had slow stops, and he was able to stay ahead. Oh, Elliott trying to challenge, but really I think messed up that turn 1 braking zone. And the gap is 1.4 seconds. We'll see what Elliott can do. I mean, Elliott's got to throw everything at it right now, because even if he finishes second, it's not worth a dang thing. He's going to have to win next weekend at Watkins Glen or at Daytona to find a way into the playoffs. Down the back stretch, the gap is 1.4 seconds, 1.2 seconds. Into turn 7. McDowell's messed up this braking zone before, but he gets it right this time. It's under a second now through turns 8 and 9. Through turns 10, 11, I mean, Elliott made up time over the last lap. It's under a second. But here we are into turn 12. Michael McDowell has got 3 more turns to go. Into turn 13. Michael McDowell has dominated here at Indianapolis, and he will pick up his second career victory on the Indianapolis road course and lock his way into the playoffs today. He entered 5 points below the cut line. He exits locked into the chase. And Chase Elliott comes up just short in second. And he is going to be in a must-win scenario at Watkins Glen. Suarez could have won this race. He had a slow pit stop, a 24-second pit stop. If he has a 12-second pit stop, he ends this race 6 seconds ahead of Michael McDowell. So Suarez's pit crew cost him a playoff spot potentially today.
That means there's one.
So going to next weekend, it'll be Bubba Wallace now bumped onto the cut line, and after an average day for him at a road course, which historically he is terrible at road courses, so he had actually above average day, but because of how well McDowell and Suarez ran, he is going to be he'll be 28 points to the good. So Suarez is going to have a lot of work to do, but coming out of Watkins Glen next weekend, he could be below the cut line or only a few points to the good going into Daytona, which who knows what can happen at Daytona. But what a huge moment for McDowell. Just this past week, it was announced that he was going to get a contract extension with Front Row Motorsports, him and Todd Gillen. And then he comes out here today and just shows how much he's worth to his team, getting them, honestly, their probably most straight-up real victory in their team's history.
Look at the Joyce car.
Going through the rest of the finishing order, though, after your top 3, Reddick was not able to defend his victory here from a year ago, finishes 4th. Bowman rounds out your top 5. Briscoe, P6, solid result. Truex, 7th. Larson, 8th. Gotta imagine if Larson didn't have that one lockup, he could have been right in the mix, honestly, because if you think about it, if Larson had good pit stops without that lockup, because Suarez, Elliott, McDowell all had slow pit stops, if he had a good stop, Larson might have very well won this race.
He could have, yeah. It could have all been just pit stops.
Yeah. Bell in 9th. Van Gisbergen, a solid top 10, goes back-to-back top 10s in the Cup Series. Buescher, 11th. Gibbs in 12th. Blaney, Byron, Cindric, your top 15. Then Austin Dillon, Chastain, Bubba Wallace, 18th. Hamlin, 19th. Keselowski rounds out your top 20. Then Harrison Burton, Brody Kostecki finishes 22nd. Harvick, the last car on the lap, in 23rd. Rockefeller, 24th, one lap down. Then Stenhouse, Allmendinger has a lot of work to do next week in Watkins Glen. Ty Dillon, Jenson Button, 28th. LaJoy, Andy Lally, your top 30. Then Priest, Balicki, Kobayashi, Logano, Jones, Busch, Gilliland, Haley, and Almirola round out your field.
Never thought I'd see him victory lane again.
I know. Wow. I did not. I mean, this is crazy, man. Like,
Michael McDowell dominated the race. Oh, look at him.
Elliott just
Pissed.
gonna have to win next weekend at Watkins Glen, which we know he can definitely win at Watkins Glen.
Bro's like about to cry.
Ooh. And he is burning it down at Indianapolis. I mean, he's won it two. He's probably one of the two most historic racing venues in North America. Those are his only 2 wins. Indianapolis and Daytona. Dude, there's like not a soul there. But then again, the front stretch sheets are probably like the least valuable ones to have for this race.
Yeah, at least Winvow's team won.
Yeah.
Let's go.
He's going to burn that car down right in front of his team. Oh, yeah.
That guy's legs are right there. He almost
Yeah.
got squished. Oh my god, look at him.
What a win, man. What a win. I can't wait to hear this post-race interview.
Oh yeah.
But, guys, make sure you stick around, drop a like, and subscribe to keep following what we're doing here at Freeman Motorsports. Appreciate everybody who tuned in today. But we're going to bring you some of our post-race thoughts here. If Elliott won next weekend, that would be off the chain. Because all of a sudden, Bubba Wallace would be back out of the playoffs.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Which is still, there's a high potential for that to happen. Because even if Elliott doesn't win next weekend, we could definitely have a wild card winner at Daytona.
Yeah. Imagine just like the 42 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Eric Jones or something.
And even though Stenhouse has been very consistent this season, we've always said even though without that Daytona win, he'd still be in the playoffs. If he didn't win at Daytona, he would be 5 points to the good.
I mean,
I'm just saying, like, he would be right in the middle of all this.
yeah.
So that win, very big for that team.
Look at this guy. Family man.
Oh, boy. Man, talk about clutch. Mr. Michael McDowell.
This guy.
Baby getting up there in the background. Baby. Oh, boy. Man, what a race for Michael McDowell, guys. What a race. I wouldn't say that race is anything crazy memorable, but yeah, definitely Jamie McMurray vibes.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for Michael McDowell. We're kind of listening to this post race here a little bit, but you know what, guys? I actually think you know what I'm gonna do with that interview idea. I'm gonna make that like my short for the day.
Yeah.
Or like a 60-second, like who's your character of the day?
Yeah.
Who's your what? Yeah. So, anyways, I think I'm gonna end it there, guys. Basically, the playoff picture looks like this. Suarez is 28 points to the bad. I think somewhere right in that ballpark. Behind Bubba Wallace. So if he has a weekend like he had today, next week at Watkins Glen, he'll be right on him going into Daytona. But other than that, Allmendinger, Gibbs, unless you have Bubba Wallace and Suarez crash out at Watkins Glen, and then Gibbs is like in a must-win basically. But yeah, Gibbs, Elliott, Bowman, and everybody else is in a must-win. This does kind of rival MTJ at the 600. I don't know. I feel like MTJ had no challengers, though. I will say that. This, McDowell definitely had to battle Elliott and Suarez quite a bit throughout the day. But with that, I'm going to end it there, guys. Thanks, everybody who tuned in. See you guys at Daytona. I'll be on the 16 pit box next week, so maybe you'll see me on the broadcast. With that, I'm out. Oh, wait, wrong button.